Yeah, I'm nice as shit on them bikes. That was like how it all started.
Nice with it,
Before I seen anyone riding bikes, I see them telling me they're nice on them.
Yeah, right.
Like, he nice as shit on them bikes, yo.
The way he been riding that,
What?
moving with that bitch, like,
Nice on my bike.
like, and I'm like, yeah, little
Hey,
that bitch.
yeah.
That's the thing, like, you see someone clock that bitch, they touch the ground, I'm just like, damn. I'm like, damn, that's a bad bitch. Like, damn.
It's crazy when you do it and you realize like how easy that is. Not saying any of it's easy, but like that's the easiest part. Like dragging your hand across the easiest part of wheeling. You know what I mean?
Right.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
See how close I am right now?
Yeah,
See what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, it's up. It's up.
It's popping. But I'm like back here, it's just like a different kind of sound.
Right.
Yeah, for some reason. I was thinking that same thing too. Get a little juice on there.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be looking at it and I'll mess with it live, like kind of like especially when we got the that little audio monitor thing up. You know, I'll be looking at it and we try to tweak it while I'm like, especially with Reek. I remember with Reek, I kept turning his all the way up. I was like, bro, I don't think I can't even see your fucking bar on this bitch, bro. Like, you're not even
so low.
He's speaking so fucking low, man. I'm just like and of course when you're live, you won't be like, hey Reek, like speak up. Like I was trying to get to Tyler, I was like, Tyler, get close to the mic. Close to the mic. Like, no, like, I don't know. People just don't, like, they're not very aware of where the mic is, you know?
Just in a little thing, though, I think it also may be the seat. Give them that, right? Because there's something about sitting in there that, like, you're naturally inclined to get your back up against that wall.
We gotta get him a way nice.
I think that's going to be my next purchase. Because basically, I look at it like I'm the one that make the next purchase. So the things I'm thinking is I want to get a chair for that. We actually need 2 chairs now, which sucks. Because we got 2 more mics now.
Exactly,
we got 4 mics, so we need 4 chairs, really. But we're getting there.
Yeah.
But I really want to get another set of those. I'm going to lay it right on this wall right here, bro. On this side.
Yeah, that'll look great.
And I'm going to do it right below that.
I think we need to get that part of the ceiling too. You know what I'm saying? Just get a couple right there too.
Yeah, the bounce back. But there's something about third person. Like when I was telling you, like how that echo comes every once in a while when we got a guest. Yeah. It's from them. Like, we're not really, you can tell it's like their mic that is making it echo.
Right.
It's about being like trapped in that corner like that with all this sound going around.
I might have to go back and look at Reeks because I don't think if it didn't do it in Reeks, then that would confirm it because him being a quiet talker would just kind of like confirm what we're thinking.
That is true. That's very true.
We gotta analyze Reeks footage.
I was gonna say that we need to do another guest cast so that we could see if these help any. Because the last count we had a guest, we didn't have these. So let's see. Basically,
plus I'm trying to show these bad boys off.
These are pretty sweet. I know you see in the little top corner right there of Steve's head. Okay, they're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Self-installed.
It's a stew.
Self-installed.
It's a stew.
If you want someone to design and set up your studio, we just might be in business,
bro. Now that sounds like a real job for us.
Bro,
just design your studio,
bro. Like,
I'll just design your podcast studio for you.
I remember like when I
know you went to mess with all me. Sorry.
No, you're good. When I went to trade school, and that's what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm trying to find some type of company that either sets up like home theaters or like studios. Like, that's what I want to find. Like I want to put together some studio equipment. You know, just like run these fucking. I want to come in and install your fucking sound equipment in this big ass studio, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like decks on fucking racks on racks on racks type of like style.
Jamie style.
Yeah, exactly. You just have them decked the fuck out. I was trying to do that so hard. I was just like, I want to get into. I want to find somewhere like where they're doing smart theaters. I want to install smart theaters.
Or what?
Just to experience some requirements required.
No, I'm saying
to go there.
You just never did. You didn't have that.
I didn't have the experience to go there. Yeah.
What the fuck, man? I'll be an intern.
No, but literally, it's like, bro, you won't come here like 5 years experience. Plus, we gotta send you away to like smart theater school.
I see one that's a reverse internship. You pay them to actually learn from them, basically.
Oh, and you probably for their name on your resume.
Yeah,
like,
basically, yeah.
I'm sure plenty of people do it.
I just picture every time like people are paying.
People do it.
People are paying us to go decorate their podcast and shit. And every time I'm always just like, I can really tell you what this needs, Steve. This needs a Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawyer, end of the second round. And you're just like, bro, the last 6 spots we did, you added nothing but UFC pictures and fight pictures. We've got to do something different. It's like, I was like, give me that white look where the beam where the guy blinks. Okay. Exactly what you're thinking right there. Just one mini. Just one mini massive.
Not even like that. You're like, yeah, Steve. I see what you're saying. We need more of those smaller known fights in there. Yeah, a big 18 by 24 inch. Yeah, smaller known fight. Yeah, they'll tie it together.
We're gonna
exactly.
do an 18 by 24.
I see what you're saying, Steve.
I got it, Steve. We're gonna do an 18 by 24 Shogun fight.
Yeah, we're throwing it back to the classics. UFC 1 through 10. You're right, Steve. I'm just like, no. I said no more UFC.
No more UFC,
shit.
dude. The guy said he don't like UFC.
and you're like,
he never said anything
Pride?
about he never said anything about Pride.
Pride photos? You're like, is that what you're saying? You want old school Pride photos? That's what you're asking for.
Crazy shit about Pride.
Lots of blood.
You know that they were ran by the mafia?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that being. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that was like one thing that kind of like ultimately led to like them being like shut down was like that type of like rooted shit into it. Like fixed fights, all that shit.
Here's the funny thing. You want to know a funny thing, right? UFC bought Pride, right? So when they bought Pride, they made the owner of Pride, the founder, forget his name, it's a Japanese name or whatever, and they made him sign I think it was a 13-year agreement that he would not be involved in any other MMA promotions. Just think about that, man. Because that's a fucking genius move. You want to talk about why the UFC is what it is? It's that right there. That single thing right there.
They got him out for 13 years?
When UFC was still taking losses when Pride was around, and Pride was huge. And then the UFC, they fucked up, basically. Dana fucked up, right? Because the problem was basically Pride was big, UFC was big. They had Vanderlei Silva, they had Chuck Liddell from UFC. And Pride's people, they just kept saying, like, we've got the best fighters. And Dana White kept saying, we've got the best fighters. We've got the best fighters. They were trying to do a co-promotion thing. Well, what ended up happening? Pride got the best of the deal. And basically the agreement was that you send Chuck Liddell over here. He's going to fight. And our 8-man tournament, for our light heavyweight belt. And if he wins, then we're sending our champion over to the UFC in America to get that belt back. It's so funny how these names are so old and how it works like that. But Chuck comes out, fight number 1, he beats up Overeem. I believe he finishes on the ground or he wins by decision, ground and pound. And he beats Overeem. And then in the second fight, he's got to fight Rampage Jackson. And Rampage Jackson squashes him. Vanderlei Silva beat his dude, went to the final, fought Rampage. So that whole thing, all it did was send UFC's top guy over there to fight for Pride's viewership, and Chuck Liddell still got his ass beat. In the end, it ended up working out because UFC surpassed Pride a little bit. Pride was taking a little bit L's. Next thing you know, Vanderlei Silva comes over to fight Chuck Liddell. Chuck whoops that ass. And that's how it happened with the story of Pride UFC. Okay?
You're welcome for that information.
You're welcome. Okay.
I'm glad you guys were wondering.
So after that, UFC bought Pride, and they made the owner sign a 13-year agreement that he could not be involved in any other MMA promotions, simply because they respected how good he was at promoting these fucking fights.
That's interesting. So is he technically reinstated now?
Now that is up. And
now that's up.
To work with one championship.
When did that become up? When did that end?
They fought in 2009.
So he's probably been working for the past, let's say, like.
I want to say they bought Pride. I can't remember the exact year, and maybe I'm wrong about the 13-year agreement, but I know it's a certain amount of length that they got him to sign for it, and I believe now it. Maybe it's not up yet, Steve, but I thought it was now up because I thought he was a consultant for one of MMA promotions, which is like crazy when you think about like ONE FC, which is the big MMA promotion right now in Asia, and they're getting like crazy viewership. Like they average like 80 million viewers. It's
over
wild.
in Asia.
In Asia,
Asia UFC, or is that Asia? Is that separate from?
It's called ONE FC.
But it's UFC.
It's MMA. UFC is a business. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is it owned by a UFC or is it a separate company?
No,
separate company.
Yeah, separate
gotcha.
company.
That's what I was saying.
Like Bellator is separate.
Yeah.
ONE FC. This is for
Gotcha.
America, though. Yeah. They also got another one called Ryzen, but this one is the one that's like huge right now. They're averaging like 80 million. They got a bunch of fighters. They signed Demetrius Johnson That was like one of the greatest flyweights ever. They signed Sage Northcutt. They signed Eddie Alvarez. They've signed a lot of people. Come to find out, bro, them blueprints got released, dog, and they're bleeding money, dog. 50 mil a month. 50 mil a month they're losing like
One
crazy.
FC.
Yeah.
Over
one
in,
FC.
and this is the Chinese, the China.
It's Asian, basically.
They're
yeah.
Asian
So
family.
like their cards come on at like 2 a.m. here.
Gotcha.
7 a.m. and shit like that. It's all Asian.
But they do good viewership.
They have great viewership. They're just spending too much money and not bringing enough in. A lot of people bleed in the beginning, though. A lot of people.
Yeah, they operated at a loss for a while, a long period of time.
So they can figure it out. That's why they keep trying to sign people. They're trying to convince you to watch it. It's always going to be hard to get Americans to watch that, dude, because we don't want to watch 2 o'clock cards, dude. No one wants to get up in the middle of their sleep to watch a card, bro. It's very tough to convince myself to do that.
Exactly, yeah.
As the biggest fight fan that I know.
And it seems like that you would focus on the Asian viewership.
That's what they're doing.
You know,
that's what they're doing.
Make sure that they keep tuning in and keep rising those numbers up. Because 80 million is not a lot.
For us, it is. You're talking about for us, we're
80 million Asian people.
80 million viewers, dog, is insane.
In Asia?
No, but it's insane compared to our numbers. It don't matter if it's in Asia, right? Because a dollar's a dollar, a yan's a wanda, whatever, a yen a yen.
Well, I mean,
right?
I think its price for pay per view would probably be, something comparable to like maybe even lower than
Dude, it could be 10% of what UFC is. You're talking about the greatest UFC's doing 1 million, 1.5 million pay-per-views. You know what I mean? They top at like 2 point, and on like a free card, you might get like 2 mil.
Yeah.
You're talking about 80 mil. So let's just say everything was half off. You still made money. You still made more money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's something that they're doing there. I believe the problem is the cool thing about them, but also their problem seems to be that they do everything. So like you go there for an event, they do MMA, they do Muay Thai.
They do boxing.
They do Muay Thai. They don't do boxing, I believe. They do kickboxing, but they don't do boxing. They do Muay Thai, boxing, judo, I think.
That's cool.
Like they do an assortment of things. Basically.
Maybe spreading
too thin. It might eventually work out. You never know. They got a lot of investors, but yeah, there's someone doing good now. Ryzen, the other promotion over there, they're kind of one of them ones that I look at it like Pride.
Yeah,
where they don't drug test. They don't really drug test. So that's why like everybody's like, you go there if you really want to get on the shits,
Yeah, but it seems like as far as like if you were like looking for something like, because imagine if you want to do that, you also want to be the best, and it seems like you have a better chance of building a legacy here than there.
But you get tested 26 times a year.
Very true.
You're gonna get caught. As they're saying, you can go there and not get caught. You got to fight on steroids.
Yeah, but it's like I'm not sure what the real incentive is for that, especially if other people would fight.
It's just money. They don't give a fuck about nothing else, bro.
But it'd just be for money, But I mean, it's like, do they get paid as much as like? Because if UFC fighters, I mean, like from what I understand, don't get paid a lot. So would they get paid a lot?
UFC fighters actually going up. It's not equivalent to earnings. That's the problem. But UFC fighters do make money.
Yeah, I know they make money.
The lower tier are the ones that are getting fucked.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
there is guys that make 25 grand.
That's what I'm saying.
At the same time, if you're on any card, you got a chance to get 3 separate 50 grands. Now, is that right? No, but I'm just saying you do. You got submission tonight, KO tonight, fight tonight. Go grab one of them. If you're a 20 grand guy,
grab one.
That's what you should be trying to grab. You know what I mean? There's a guy named Kai Boshkanek. He won 2-5 in the UFC. He got cut yesterday. He was the same exact way. The dude made 10 grand a fight, 20 grand if he won. So he would go into every fight and just try to fight at a night, just drop his hands, come at you crazy, hope for that 50 grand. That's what he wants to pay. Yeah. If you watch at the end of a fight, they're always like, I think that's worth a knockout bonus, Dana. Like they're always saying shit like that. They're always trying to get that 50 grand.
I never watch. I don't watch that.
But then you got people like right now, like Amanda Nunes, like the top female boxer isn't making half of what Amanda Nunes is making. Like, there's not a woman fighter in the world that's making her money besides, like, maybe Kayla Harrison, who I know is getting paid a bunch of money. But, like, Amanda Nunes is, like, a crazy high-paid woman athlete right now.
What about Shields?
Shields is not even close to a comparison. Shields is practicing for UFC because she knows how much Nunes makes.
Yeah?
Yeah, 2 years she's supposed to be in the UFC.
Wow, that's interesting. How much? You know how much Nunes makes?
I think last fight Nunes made $900K. So then you're not. She gets pay-per-view points because she's a champion, right? And then she's also the first lesbian double woman champ. Lesbian champ and then woman champ, right? And then and then double champ. So she's the first lesbian champ out that's known, and then she's the first double champ that's known. So all around, she's got so much marketing power. Like in that, like she's considered the GOAT of MMA, female MMA now.
Yeah, okay.
So she has so much marketing.
I haven't realized it's been so much time since I've last seen a Nunes fight that she's grown so much. The last year or so,
bro, like
a year and a half.
I want to say like she's not even as famous as Rousey, but she's made more money.
No, Rousey is again making good money in WWE.
And WWE, but like in the UFC, she might have made like 10 mil. Out of all them fights. Like I think like Nunes in her last fight probably made 3 mil, I would guess.
The only reason I think Rousey is staying relevant is because of that WWE money.
For sure.
If Rousey had just left the scene, didn't go WWE route, Nunes would be the highest.
But bro,
and way more popular.
If you want to talk about probably, if I could really get a chart of like highest women payouts ever, the highest women payout ever is probably even Nunes. It's got to be Nunes her last fight or Ronda Rousey to come back after getting knocked out the first time to fight Nunes.
Yeah.
They probably gave her a dumb amount, bro.
Yeah.
After she got knocked out, she did not want to fight again.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
They probably just said, here's 1.5 or something like that. And she was just like, all right. And she lost and was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And now I made $3 million in 2 fights. I don't even need WWE. Thank you, though, for this extra $10 million a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's funded by the Saudis? But let's not get into it, right?
What, UFC is?
WWE.
Oh, WWE. Oh, yeah.
You know why Ronda Rousey,
that's nothing.
Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar. You know why all of them don't fight UFC? It's because the WWE signed an agreement with Saudi Arabia to bring private and personal matches to Saudi Arabia. That's why they have all this extra money to spend.
Yeah.
I forget the exact figures.
That's why you see them doing crazy shit. Like, they have a lot of different platforms out, for that. Like, they got like AEW, that NXT. They have so much shit. So many different types of wrestlers now, man. Like, it's so fucking weird. Because I remember when I used to watch wrestling, you had that core roster. You know what I'm saying? I remember every year you'd have the SmackDown Raw, like transfer shit. People would switch. But there was still that core roster.
That's when it was the most fun.
There was that
draft.
Core roster, bro. Exactly, man.
A guy like me,
yeah,
you just combine my 2 favorite things: a draft and wrestling.
Some wrestling.
Who's going first?
Bro, that was the shit. That fucking swap shit.
That was
going
awesome,
on, bro.
That was such a great idea.
That shit was great.
You know what else was a great idea? Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And then was it Hell in the Cell? Where they would get released individually.
That was the chamber.
Yeah. Well, that's where I got
some chamber.
That's where I got the sex chamber.
Elimination chamber, bro.
Elimination,
bro. Sex chamber party.
Love sex chamber parties.
People are getting released. It's like he's coming in. He starts fucking her. Just
King.
My favorite shit is just envisioning fucking Matt Hardy doing that dive,
Does a pussy.
What? Not even like that, but you involve the sex chamber, just Matt Hardy just dives into that bitch, just boom, swatting bomb, type of shit, Rob Van Dam.
They used to just be so much fun to watch.
What, wrestling?
The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys.
They want the hardest,
especially, bro.
And Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys were crazy. They were fun too, man. But Hardy Boys, man, just jumping off them fucking ladders the way he did.
What's Amy's boy's name? Amy's boy's name.
Amy. Talking about Amy?
Yeah.
Mike?
No.
Boy?
The other guy. The guy that watches.
Oh, Brad. Brad.
Shout out to fucking Brad, man. So glad that you're a viewer, man. I'm so glad to see your message. It was truly inspiring. I could not believe it. Literally teared my eyes up, bro, just thinking about it. Made me happy to just be your friend and just be talking to you and know that it's just going anywhere in the world. It don't even matter. That it didn't just sit on the couch upstairs playing games, that it went that way. Horrific to hear, Brad. I'm so sorry for you. At that point, that is something very difficult to deal with. I mean, I don't know the man's personal story. I only know, what I see, what I heard. But fuck Hopkins, bro. Fuck Hopkins for sure for that one, if that was a thing. Because I did not like the way that sounded. Thank you, though, for Matt. Thank you for Amy for always being nice.
Exactly.
Since day one.
I've been
nothing but nice.
I've been relaying all your messages, Amy. Amy.
Yeah,
Mike knows how you feel about it.
I get the messages. Thank you so much to both of you. I really do appreciate that.
We appreciate y'all. We really do. We love y'all.
I
We
look
love
forward.
y'all.
I look forward to meeting you, Amy, and meeting you, Brad. And I hope that we can meet up and get a convo in, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I was like,
You let us
that's-
know, Brad. We're
that's
bringing
the-
this whole
that's
show
the
right
thing.
to you,
Sh-
Brad.
Shout out Amy because I'm about to see her in 2 weeks. That'd be cool. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long ass time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
We're bringing
So-
this whole show to Brad's fucking room if they let us, bro. We'll get you right here, Brad.
Not after the fuck Hopkins, you might not.
Now, fuck Hopkins,
Fuck
bro.
Hopkins.
No, seriously, that's if that went down, as
Yeah.
it was explained, what the hell?
Well, I mean,
Because I
Hopkins,
just seen another fucked up story about Hopkins.
Yeah,
bro.
so did I. Yeah, Hopkins.
Did you see
I mean,
the baby birth?
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
Yep,
Same,
yeah.
nope.
I mean, you know, this is the thing. Like, there's multiple of those throughout the year. Like, you know, from what I understand, Hopkins is like, you know, they definitely settle like millions of dollars like a year in like, you know, lawsuits and shit. You know what I'm saying?
How are they
Like,
a top place? Are they just getting? Are we being unfair? Because listen, if 10 of those stores came out a year, but they had 10 million patients, they did good.
right,
Right?
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
everything can't be perfect. So it's like, do we really know the numbers behind that?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And I think, yeah, like our hospital, like the two we have here, are like, you know, they're ranked super high. But I mean, like, I think, like, you know, Johns Hopkins has a national, international wide recognition, and they use that to their favor to get those rankings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure how those would be ranked, you know, but I mean, like, I know they definitely carry a lot of international influence, and they carry a lot of, you know, domestic influence, especially over America. You know, I mean, like, I know they have their hands in a lot of shit around here. A lot of universities. I mean, they have their own university that like is super like highly recognized. You know
They're
what I'm
building
saying?
that shit right across from the police station. They own the Heights.
Yeah.
They've bought up plenty of property.
Oh yeah, aren't they the number one real estate
I
investor
believe so.
in
I'm not sure,
Maryland
but I
or-
believe
I think Maryland
I
alone.
don't know what it is, but they're definitely up there. But now that we are on some fines and shit, let's talk about some shit that I learned, bro. Did you know anything about the Carnival Cruises fines?
Regarding what?
Just
I
did
know-
you hear anything?
Because I know, I know they got hit with some shit. I know they did something with like they were dumping. I think they were dumping oil. I think they were dumping pollutants. They were dumping.
Yeah.
They're cleaning their sewage. They're
They
doing
were,
all that.
They were dumping their
I
sewage and
know-
plastic.
Yeah, I know there was also something. Yeah, something with their trash where they were dumping. Like they weren't even bringing back
Their
like
plastic.
you know like half of like what like the trash like the cruise generated. You know.
Where were they dropping all that at? I did not know this, right? So when I hear things like this, I gotta get to the bottom of it. I gotta do some numbers and I gotta do some digging.
Right.
I did not know about this, right? So in 2017, they were fined $40 million. Sorry, $40 million for illegally dumping their waste, which is the shit and piss of the crew of everything, and plastic. That's what they were fined for originally. They got fined $40 million. It was believed they dropped. It was like I can't remember the poundage in Bohemian waters. Did you know that they got fined again, bro?
Recently for what? Because I didn't know that.
Same thing, Steve.
Same thing.
That's what I didn't know neither, bro. So this was back in June or July, I believe. They had did the same exact thing, Steve. They were illegal waste dumping again. So they caught another fine, right? Now here's where things get weird. This is where you get into the numbers, right? The first time you were fined, it was for $40 million, I believe. The second time you're fined, it's for $20 million. You're trying to say that it was a less of effect the second time? It doesn't matter. You got caught twice. Now let's really go over the numbers right here because this is the only one that I really cared about. Let's just establish something also. They're the largest cruise company in the world. Admitted to subsidiary dumped plastic overboard in the Bahamas. That's a long history of plastic waste and oil dumping. That's also another thing they did. Sorry, oil dumping.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go over something right here. Let me just read this out here. Carnival Corporation and its subsidiaries have a long history of illegally dumping everything from single-use plastics to oil into the oceans they sail in. In 2017, the same subsidiary, Princess Cruises, pleaded guilty to illegally dumping oil from the Caribbean Princess cruise ship and intentionally trying to cover it up again. Okay, just
Speaking of which, that's one ship of their fleet.
Again. The fine of $40 million paid in 2017 So that was the second time they got caught. Amounted to just 0.2% of the 17.51 billion Carnival Corporation made that year.
0.2%.
0.2%, Steve.
And this is something I want to stress, though. That oil dumping, it was one ship of their fleet. I'm almost certain
They didn't get caught on plenty of other ones. They've been caught 3 times. They've been caught 3 times. They paid a $40 million fine and made $17.5 billion.
Bro, they're running.
They made a profit of 17.4, whatever the fuck it would be from there.
And this is my whole thing about this situation is with the fine. First of all, I don't agree with the fine amount. I think when you're talking about dumping shit like that, we're talking billions of dollars in fines.
No, yeah, we are,
Billions.
Right? But all that comes second, right? Because we're talking about cancellation. You no longer get to sail the waters. You no longer get to have cruise ships. Why the fuck would we ever allow anyone in this world to illegally dump plastic waste, trash waste, shit waste, piss waste, and oil into open, beautiful waters of any sort, yet alone the beautiful Bahamas, one of the few bright spots we got left in this fucking spot, and find them 0.2% of just what they made that year is a fucking dick smack to Earth itself.
Will tell you why. Because they made $17 billion.
Stephen, listen to me.
That's why.
Stephen, listen to me.
That's why they're able to do
we're going past that, right? You can be an asshole. You can be money hungry all you want, right? This isn't you stealing from the people.
No, I know.
Right? No one gives a fuck if you steal from the people. No one gives a fuck. More money goes around. People get fucked. Whatever. Move on. When you injure the earth, shit gets irreversible. We all fucking live here, man. And the fact that you think a fine could ever even equal to permanent damage done to Earth is so fucking disrespectful to everyone that ever founded a pathway, explored a river, or sank into an ocean. It's a smack in the fucking face to the Statue of Liberty, to the fucking Declaration of Independence, to the 7 fucking C's, to the 7 fucking wonders, 8 fucking wonders, 9 fucking wonders. It's the most disrespectful shit I can possibly imagine, to think that you could ever think what dollar amount would equal to Mother Earth being okay with you hurting her. Is some of the dumbest shit I ever fucking heard in my life. When BP had the oil spill, we should have stopped the first oil spill. Obviously, it probably wasn't the first one. When the first oil spill happened out in open waters, we should have stopped ocean water drilling right there. You do not get to fuck up twice, yet alone once. Sorry, I did that backwards. Once, yet alone twice. Why is that allowed? We have one place to fucking live. You already see so many spots that are suffering through unlivable conditions. I hate to use the word. We are so fucking stupid, man. We are so stupid to think that you will be able to turn a blind eye to pollution. It's the one thing you can't. If you want to turn a blind eye to the bail system, the pedophiles, the banking system, whatever the fuck you want, that's up to you, okay? That's how society gets impacted. What we're talking about now, it's not up to debate, okay?
Well, see, but that's the thing where it's like...
Listen, just my final thing on that.
Go ahead.
That should be attempted murder. That's what that should be.
I got you. Yeah, and I just want to start off by saying I agree with everything that Noel said. But we got to talk about what's the reality of the situation. We like to ask, why is that allowed? 17 billion is why it's allowed. It's as
Go
simple as
past
that.
that,
It's not. But understand.
What is the reality of the situation, Steve? What's the
No,
reality of the situation?
But this is the reality.
No, the
the
reality
Earth's
of
for
the
sale.
situation.
The Earth is for sale.
And that's the reality.
That's the reality of the situation. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Perfect.
This is what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm saying. You could give that 0.2%, which is $40 million. You give that to, let's say, 50 politicians, and that would be 10% of what you made, and you'd still be good type of style. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like this is why the Earth is for sale. People aren't here to witness the Earth 1,000 years from now.
I want to
People
blow up
are
a
here
Carnival
to
cruise.
witness the Earth that like it is for maybe 200 years. The people now, you don't think about your kids. You think about you and your kids. How far
I don't
is that
think
in
so,
the
bro.
future?
I don't even think people think about their kids. I don't even think people think about their kids, dog. I really don't. I really don't at all. I think they literally, people can just see their stuff. It's not even that they don't think about their kids so much. It's just the fact of like, if it ain't right in front of my face, if I'm not the one having trouble breathing, then it didn't happen.
Exactly.
It's like people have a hard time just accepting that, we're all in one spot, right? And eventually it'll fucking get you just like it's getting them. I love that one saying where it goes, at first you hate, to make it short, at first you hate the Mexicans.
Yeah.
And you said you hate the Mexicans when you called on them, God damn it, I'm forgetting exactly how it goes fully, but it's like, basically you won against so many people, and then it was time for you to need help. There was no one there to help you because you had already won against so many people.
Alienated yourself by alienating people.
It's going to be the same thing with Mother Earth, bro.
By alienating people, you only alienate yourself.
The most naive shit I ever heard is to think that you're going to have some technical solution. To Earth's problems, bro.
This is the one thing we can say we see consistently throughout every industry. The Earth is for sale. You're a logger, you can buy parts of the Amazon rainforest. You're a farmer, you can buy parts of the Amazon rainforest. If you're over there in fucking, if you're dealing with like anything, you find oil in Antarctica, you can go get that shit. It's for sale.
You're absolutely right.
You got the perfect price. It's the consistent thing across the board where we see everybody moving like that.
Let's just think about this, right?
Coal Myers, Australia.
So we got 3 times that we find you, right? 3 times we caught you, and we got you intentionally trying to cover it up. No one went to jail. If I went out right now and stole 6 candy bars from 7-Eleven, I go to jail. But you can dump oil
and oversee the dumping
sewage waste
of oil
and try to cover it up and pay 0.2%. I'll do a lot of shit for a fine of 0.2%. I'll try and rob a bank if I know that's the fine. You know what I mean?
It's 0.2%.
0.2% of what I make? I'll try 5 times this year.
It's like, how much else did you steal? We'll take 0.2% of that.
Fucking joke, man. It's so sad.
Actually, no, we know how much you stole, but we're only going to fine you 0.2%. Just, it's just the punishment does not fit the crime. It does not fit the crime. And this is what I'm saying. So when I say like you should fine them billions, it's not because I don't agree with them needing to be shut down, but that would never happen. So at least give me $5 billion, $10 billion, or whatever the fuck you made. Like we're gonna put that back into doing whatever the fuck we can to fix the fucking planet. This is the thing. Like you'll never find in any capacity where you'll see the government in any sort come up against someone that big. $17 billion. You're an American-based company. You make $17 billion last year. Give me 0.2%.
And you dropped it in Bahamas waters.
That's
how you look at it, bro. That's really how they look at it. You see that shark net they found, bro? That fisher net with over 100 shark corpses in it, bro.
Yep. How long has that been gathering corpses?
To have 100, Steve?
And this is the thing. That dead, rotting corpse will bring more sharks that will get caught in that net.
Yep. This is very true. The weird thing is, like, God damn it, guys, you couldn't chew out of that.
While we're on the ocean and its pollution, I just want to give a quick shout out to the ocean cleanup. You've heard about that?
Guy's awesome.
The dude who's like,
that's on Joe Rogan, bro.
Yeah, the ocean cleanup dude. Like he was just like his machines, like they launched like I think sometime in the past like last year or so.
But it's actually not ocean cleanup yet. You can't do oceans yet. They can't do rivers.
No, there was someone, like I said, it was the ocean cleanup. It was a company. They went out.
Is the guy that was on Joe Rogan.
But listen, they went out to the Pacific garbage patch and they soaked up. They brought back trash for the first time.
Yeah, but it can't be out there by itself. It cannot run. Like
It's a big step, though, bro. Regardless,
no,
you get
bro,
a couple of those,
that's
bro.
not the argument. The thing is, what I'm saying is, it's already established. You know, they do. If you can look up videos like the river in India, he did, where he got like ridiculous amount of trim because it's all centered. It's all centered. It's
Right.
easier to bring in more trash.
Right.
The amount that he took out, it was like he would have had to do it 500 times. Basically, they got to be able to figure out how to get that thing into open water and get the shit to go to it. Because in a river, you know, it's funneling to them, but in the ocean, it's hard for them to know where that thing's supposed to be at.
I'd imagine you have a crew out there.
He's
you're
working
talking
on
that.
it. Did you not
Yeah,
watch that
that's
one?
When
So
was
his-
that one? How long ago was that one? Or was it recent?
A month ago, maybe?
A month ago?
The white boy. The young white boy?
Yeah, I've seen other
man,
interviews, but I don't think I've listened to that,
That
podcast.
guy's
no.
awesome. I love when
I
he's just
remember-
like, he's like, what do you want to do with your life? He's like, I just want to solve hard problems.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. Now I remember. Yeah, yeah.
I just want to solve hard problems.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man. I just want to solve really big problems.
Yeah.
I'm like, me too, dude.
Well, I mean, he went out. I mean, like, he's out. They're able to catch
He's trying.
microplastics with that shit too, bro. Like, it's like what?
Well, that's coming too. That's like another thing that's kind of prototype. But he's saying like if he gets these things up and popping, that he could reduce 50% of the pollution in the water in 10 years.
Ridiculous,
Yeah,
man.
bro. That's
Ridiculous.
great, bro.
I just imagine like that's what I'm saying. Like, we take that, we put all our fucking money into
Listen.
that shit.
Listen, right? So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I've said to you a billion times. You can put the money where you put the minds. Said it so many times, bro. So this little young ass kid, he can just come up with this idea to get 50% out in 10 years by himself with limited funding. But yet you got all this fucking money, bro, and you can't figure out how to get the water out of the ocean. I mean, the plastic out of the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, why is that, bro? I don't believe it. It's because you're not trying. That's the same thing I was saying, like on things like they're not putting the money there. A lot of shit can be done,
bro. 100%.
If you don't put the money there, it ain't gonna get done.
100%.
I mean, put another nine. Like, I love when people are like sharing that shit. Let's get into it. People are sharing that shit of like comparing what we have in our military compared to what Iran has in their military. It's like, no fucking shit, you dumbass. No, you're spending $750 billion.
Right.
All your fucking money goes to this shit. And
I
you're
hope you have
proud
some
of it.
fucking cool toys.
And you're
Like
proud
shit.
of it though. Like you think that's good. And like at the bottom, like it said,
Oh yeah, you love.
it was
love
like
talking about it.
America, and it had like because it was like copters, you know, planes, military, blah blah blah. At the bottom, it said flying carpets. It like added a box.
Yeah.
Someone drew it. It was like them 1,000, us 0. I'm like, bro, y'all are some of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life, man. I had to unfriend a guy that I've been friends with years today just because like I felt like the shit he was sharing like was no longer funny. Like it wasn't a funny meme to me anymore.
Right.
I'm not even that guy, bro. But like he was like sharing a bunch of them about like us attacking the Middle East and shit. And the last one was like he shared this one of like someone melting glass, you know, and there's like them like twirling the glass.
Yeah.
And he's like, look how beautiful the Middle East will look after we drop the nuclear bombs on it. I'm just like, nah, bro, this shit ain't even funny. You're gone, bro. I don't even want that. Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is really how
Off
they
the
thinking,
wall and
dog.
shit, bro.
This
Like,
is really
yeah.
how they thinking, bro.
I know people are fucking crazy, but like, man, like I still know people who like who really believe that Obama wasn't a U.S. citizen. Like, they just
Yes.
still say that shit, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, I had
bro.
someone the other day. They were like, "Hey, like, Obama, he wasn't a citizen, right?" I was just like, "What? That was probably so long ago." Like, I never thought I would have the answer to this question. Like, it's
crazy who pushed that too when you think about it, right?
yeah, exactly. You know,
That's
It's
the
just
weirdest
like,
part, ain't it?
Yeah, that's probably why it's come back. You know?
Yeah.
'Cause he's a-
Never went away though. People want to believe that they got something.
such a G moment when like Obama was like, "Here's my birth video," and they played the beginning of Lion King, and Trump was there at that correspondence dinner. It was at the correspondence dinner. He was just like, "Here's my birth video." He showed the Lion King.
Obama had some good ones, man. He had
Yeah.
some good jokes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
He really
definitely
did.
did.
He had some sleepers.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like we talked about before, we're like he's a likable person, you know.
But that was the hardest part about trying to like go through those combos. It's like you want me to be what you want me to be so
and
bad.
yeah. But while we're on the Iran, like
Don't be stressed, dog.
no.
We ain't going
No.
to war, bro. We're all right, dog.
I want to go to war.
You guys got my man stressed out over here, bro. My dude's
No.
stressed.
No, I wanted to get like that, like journalists like with
Okay,
cigarettes and
okay.
shit. Like,
Sorry,
like,
you were going journalist. You were going like 3 a.m. journalist.
I
Sorry,
was trying to remember. I was trying to recall some shit.
he ain't
That's all.
slept in days.
Yeah, I'm
You've been out typing.
crack, cocaine, all of it going. My fingers bleed. Anyway, I mean, like they just keep trying to pull more shit up, bro. I mean, like now they're saying that it was shot down. The plane that crashed in Iran, I think it was this morning, yesterday morning, was now shot down by Iran. You know,
Right.
Like, they're saying like I'm just like
Let's talk about that
so,
though, right?
What?
Let's talk about that though, right? First of all, there's also reports saying that the logistics don't add up, right? So we can get into that all we want. Let's let the info come out on that before we talk about it, right?
Yeah.
But let's just go over something real quick. That was the first thing I thought about when I seen this. This plane was shot down during the time, I believe it's actually right after, but it's definitely during the time that we shot a missile over there, right? At Iran. It's the same exact time.
No, it was
Yes, bro.
Iran shooting missiles at us.
Yeah, okay.
Right after they shot missiles at us.
But regardless, what I was trying to say is like we had already shot missiles at them, right? Bro, why is anybody flying over Iran right now? Why?
I mean,
I don't give a fuck who you are, bro.
It's an Iranian flight going to Ukraine, so it's also like
no, I thought it was a Ukrainian flight going to Iran.
No, it left. It left from Tehran. The plane left from Tehran, going to Ukraine, but it was Ukrainian airline.
Why is 160 Canadians in Tehran?
And why are they going to Ukraine? Like people
got some questions here.
Listen, what's that? Someone like I saw this. And someone was like, "Whoa, there's a huge Iranian and Middle Eastern population in Canada, so it makes sense." And I was just like, "Why are they going to Ukraine?" That's the question. Are all these Canadians going to Ukraine?
160, right?
Yeah, it was like mostly Canadians. And then behind that, it was like German or some shit. Just going to Ukraine. I was like, why is everyone going to Ukraine?
From
Iran, yeah.
That's not adding up here. But all I was saying is like, I feel like nothing should have been in the skies over Iran at that time. All I know is if I'm a pilot, I'm just like, look, I'm off. I'm calling off until this shit's done.
And one bit of information that has come out was that what America has said is that they believe that it was an Iranian surface-to-air missile defense system that they forgot to turn off or some shit, which sounds completely fucking ridiculous. I don't know, But I mean, that's one thing that they said has come out, but they haven't provided anything to back it up. And that's the last bit I read.
To me, I feel like they should just tell the truth. Which to me, it looks like the truth is like, look, we were tensions were high. We seen something flying, and our shit
want to involve us though. That's what's been said. They don't want to. They won't involve Ukraine because it was a Ukrainian flight and internal Iranian government officials. They won't let Boeing get a hold of it. They won't let the USA get a hold of it. So that might, they might have accidentally shot down that aircraft, and they might be like, "Look, we don't want anyone to fucking know." Like Ukraine, they know the hush hush, but America will blow this shit up. Like it's just we don't want America to.
But
fucking
either
know.
way, it's like
I'm just fiddling with it now.
I get you, but I still don't think this is nothing. Like this is nothing. This has nothing to do with like war, though. You get what I'm saying? Like this is like a complete. You're saying that these are people who aren't military. It was a commercial flight of Canadians mainly going somewhere that got shot down. Like, I don't understand how this is trying to get played into like a war manipulation. Like, look, they also did this. It's like, what does that got to do with the bombing?
You could get the Canadian people behind you. You could get.
They're behind us regardless. They've been behind us.
Yeah, but like, they're behind us, but you get the people behind it. It's election year. You know what I'm saying?
Justin Trudeau was the first person, along with France, to come out and say that the killing was probably just because of the things that he had done. Him in Canada and France.
Yeah,
so that was already done. I mean, that was already a thing. I just for me, I'm always sketched, bro. I'm sketched. Like I know that false flags are real, bro. I mean, we literally have proof of it. We went to war over a false flag. We have a Gulf of Tonkin. Like we really went to war over a false flag before. One we did not win. One that killed people, a lot of killed people across the seas, brought people back on PTSD, addicted to drugs, with lost limbs. It does irreversible damage, man. I do not want another war. I don't want to see another war till I'm gone, Steve. I want to see no more war, bro.
Yeah. I just want to be done with it. It's something you've seen from your very, inception.
It's so hard to talk to people like you seen, like when I was talking to that guy. It's like, the shit he was sharing. Like the first thing he shares, he's like a collage on Twitter of different pictures of like of Twitter accounts thanking America for killing the general.
Yeah.
As you're like the fifth one it shows, bro, is literally Iran's Twitter. It says Iran with Iran's flag, and it says, "Thank you, President Trump, for killing."
Has a blue check mark.
Bro, literally, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you? You sitting here, you're telling me like, this is like, I'm like, are you joking, bro? Are you joking? Like, you guys, hold up, they're really selling you this shit? And then he gets me another video, and I'm looking at him like, hold up, okay. So I look at this lady, and I'm like, let me learn about this lady. I go look her up. I can't find anything on her. So then I go to her page. I look at her. It's got 2 likes and 2 shares. And I'm sitting there. I'm just like, you guys will really find the one out of bazillion people that will say what you want, bro. To top it all off, he shares the last one from Fox News. How better could it be, right? And it's literally like they come right on there. They're like, it's just showing brown people rolling around, and you get to hear it for like a second, and it goes out, and you don't fucking know if that's in fucking Iran.
Yeah,
you don't know
exactly.
if they're even Muslim. You don't know shit about them fucking people, right? And then they proceed to say,
bro,
let me just go through this,
No,
right? This is on a news station. And then they proceed to say all the protesters who are speaking against what Iran is trying to push and are in favor of the killing did not want to be seen on camera for fear of repercussions, basically.
Yeah.
So they texted us their thoughts. The guy's reading out of his phone text messages. I don't even know if this could be considered journalism, bro. You're showing me from a biased news station faceless Iranian text messages. Like, it's like, what are you showing me, bro? I can tell you right now. Oh, bro, Iranian just texted me, said he hates Trump. Another Iranian just texted me and said they cannot believe we just struck. We should not have done that. You know what I mean? It's like the dumbest shit ever. I'm literally showing him a video of a crying Iran grown-ass man saying, we don't want war. We don't hate the people. We just hate your president.
Yeah.
This is in the fucking streets of Iran with a live reporter up to his fucking mouth. Are you guys really that dumb? Listen, I had no idea. I had no fucking idea, Steve, that they were sharing shit that dumb.
Yeah.
I did not
bro.
know shit was
These
that
news
dumb,
stations,
dude.
bro.
Steve, like seriously, when I seen that, I just had all this. I'm like, do I cry? Am I mad? Am I sad? I had all these things going through my mind because I'm just like, what is going on? You hold up, bro.
Look,
it's really this easy.
Look,
like I can just show you a
let me
video
tell you
of some people, say I spoke to them, and then read off the text messages that I wrote myself and tell you that I'm speaking for Iranian citizens, dude. It's really that fucking easy.
Look, bro, it goes deeper than that. They even had Mike Pompeo on Fox, and they played that video with they had the protesters celebrating throughout the street video playing, and they were like, "Look, the Iranians are celebrating." And there's Mike Pompeo right there next to it. He's just like, "Yeah, they're celebrating." There's some I don't like, but most of them are celebrating. It's just like that's what they do. They're lying right to the fucking face,
bro. But that's just even then, at least he's saying he was there. And this was literally the worst journalism I've ever seen, and I can't even believe that I'm gonna.
He wasn't even there. It was a video that they had gotten a hold of.
Okay.
And they played it.
I want to drop R bombs. You know what I mean? Because that's like the level of intelligence that I feel for this. Like where it's just like the lowest of lowest intelligent organism I can possibly imagine would ever fucking believe this dumb ass shit that I am seeing, bro. That was some of the dumbest shit I have ever seen in my life.
Listen. Do you think it's hard for people, especially of an older age, to go through and dissect the fake?
I was gonna get to that.
Unfake.
They just
headlines.
don't get it. They just don't get it, yo. They do not decipher something how we do. Just that little 5-10 year gap right there.
Mm.
It was computers.
Yeah.
It was touch screen. It was, you know what I mean, kiosk. It was that type of
Well,
thing.
see, this is also the thing because it's not even like, I mean, like, yes, it's a problem in the older generation, but it's also a problem amongst our generation
It
as well.
is,
where,
but
like,
nowhere
like
near as
you
much,
have,
bro.
but I
Nowhere
mean,
near
like,
as much,
but
bro.
regardless, you'll still have those supporters for that side. I know people my age who, you know, could be doing the same thing and they support Trump. They like Trump. They love Trump. There's that. I mean, there's like people who you think would be very intelligent people just fucking blindly follow this guy. You know, it's just something that's like cult like. It's completely fucking ridiculous, man. Like there's no like, you know, if and or buts or anything with it. It's just like we love Trump. We like Trump. We will follow Trump. That's it.
I totally understand it all. I just had never thought it was on this level, Steve. Like I just have literally never seen something dumber in my life that people actually believe for truth. Like when you see this old white man sitting down in a dark room with his cell phone. He's holding like this, 2 hands. You already know that's a problem.
Yeah.
You already know why is he holding that with 2 hands, dude. That's not how you hold a phone. You're just like that. Everybody knows that. And he's saying that people there are happy, but we couldn't talk to them or get them on camera. What happens usually, right? Let's just do something real quick, guys. You guys know what happens usually when they got someone on camera talking and they don't want it to be known who it is. You know what they do? They blur the face out. They change the voice. They throw the little 48-hour voice on there. Nobody would have no clue. You could blur out the whole body if you want. Just show me that the guy was there actually talking to this person and reporting this. Instead, you've got this white dude double-handing his phone in a single room by himself, which is like, I don't even understand why they're doing it like that. Like, it's weird. Like, he's the only one that got this. You know what I mean? People that were too afraid to show that they're protesting, but they're afraid to show, basically, that they're protesting.
Right.
How? So at what point are you protesting? You're literally in your own streets, going around in circles with no mask on in the videos. Your government's right there. Your cops are right there. That's the people that can turn you in. And you've already given them everything. You're not even hiding. Like right there. Like I'm like, hold up. People are stupid. How can you right there not put together the video they just showed me of these marching around India, Iranians is not incorporated with what he's about to say. It's obviously a different video from somewhere else. Then you go, they all want to remain anonymous.
Hip-hop.
But yeah, he's going.
Hip-hop
He's going through it,
Hip-hop anonymous.
and he's like, yes. They won't tell you, but we are very happy that Mr. Trump did that. It's like, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Hold up, bro.
As we got Alicia Palm. Yeah, Alicia Palm.
Somebody believes this? Somebody thinks that this dude right here, this old white rich dude, is speaking for the Iranians in an all-dark room on Fox News?
Bro,
do you think I'm a fucking idiot, bro?
Listen.
It's such an insult to my intelligence.
Bro, these are the same people he literally said to my face where someone knew looked at me and they were like, there's no way Trump is taking payouts. He's already a millionaire. It's like, so for me, it's like, yeah, it's pretty easy to see that these people are like, you know.
Well, if they say million, I already know they're dumb. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was a mix up by you or if people really told you million, because then you already are dumb. You don't even know how much he's worth. Now you're just saying some shit out of some shit. Just like you said, millionaire.
I mean, I could mean anywhere between
he's a
1 million to fucking 900 million. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, you know, he's already a billionaire, million, whatever. He's already a billionaire. Regardless, either one you say, you sound fucking ridiculous.
You sound ridiculous anyway. But if you're saying millionaire, now I'm like, oh, you repeated some shit that you heard.
It's probably billionaire. It's probably billionaire.
Regardless, but you know, I said millionaire. That means that somebody told them that somebody told them.
That means he loves money.
Yeah.
That means he loves more money. What are you talking
If he's
about?
good at running
Like,
a hotel, he's good.
that
at
means he represents exactly what we are against right now.
like I said, man, I don't even want to make it about Trump. I really don't care about Trump anymore. I'm so tired of talking about the dude. I really don't give a fuck about Obama. Don't give a fuck about Trump. Don't give a fuck about any of them.
Fuck them all.
Fuck them all.
Fuck them
bro.
all.
I care about America.
That's the stance.
I care about America, right?
And
we
and
do
the people.
not
And the people.
want another endless, unwinnable desert $1 trillion war. Anybody who wants that, I think we should just square up, bro. I really think that we need to. I don't know what else to do because to me, it's so ludicrous. At what point, right? It's proper risk in fake dollars, right? But let's just go back to like if you're the Romans, right?
Right.
You don't want a war, right? Unless you're taking something, right?
Yeah.
That's the only time war is beneficial.
Yeah.
War is never beneficial in any other matter. You're not going to sacrifice your
War-
people, your resources of any sort, unless you're
See,
getting
that's-
something from the war.
That's where I think, it's wrong. It's like, for one, you had, oil prices jump 4 or 5%. On another hand, you also had the stocks such as like Lockheed.
This is what I'm saying, though,
fucking,
bro. Those are American companies.
That's what
I'm saying they're
It's-
benefiting. They're
exactly.
taking
That's
something.
what I'm saying. But like the way you just said, like you were like, like there's like when we're in there, it's like there's like no like we're spending all this money and there's like really like nothing to like gain like around or whatever. Let's like
I
like
didn't say
this.
that.
That's where you just like said something like
I
whatever.
said
whatever.
about the
Anyway,
Romans. I said if you're the Romans, you would never go out and fight a war unless there was something for you to take.
right.
That's the only time. You're not. If someone said, right, you're the Romans, and someone's like, I don't even know what countries are there, but well, the fucking Ottomans are killing the Germans, and fucking, every day they're killing 100 Germans. You don't give a fuck. You're not marching the fucking, whatever that would be called, Ottoman. I'm trying to use
Ottoman.
that word. You're not marching there to worry about some fucking Germans, right? Because you're not sacrificing your people, your resources, or anything, unless when I get there, I'm fit to take over the Ottomans.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the only way I'm going is if I'm reaping something of reward.
Exactly.
Other than that, the only time war is right is if you're defending.
That's what I'm gonna say. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Where, like you said, you see the.
You're
the
too
price-
high.
Well, yeah. I focus on one particular thing, but anyway, it's like that's exactly what I agree with. Like I said, like you see the oil prices they raise as good forever whoever has their money in oil. The fucking
Shouldn't we just do a research into like who bought Lockheed Martin stocks the day before the missiles were fired? Who bought Northrop Grumman stocks the day before the missiles were fired? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be good just for us to know? Doesn't that seem kind of
let me
sketch?
see, so-
Who invested in big oil right before the missiles were shot?
So right here. So I got a couple of things that I screenshot. I just want to like put out there. So let's see. So in the wake of the U.S. airstrikes that killed Iranian general last week, war stocks companies in the defense industry have climbed over the last 5 days. SPDR, S&P Aerospace and Defense rose almost 4%, while the iShares U.S. Aerospace and Defense ITA was up 2.5. Northrop and Grumman has risen 8. Raytheon Lockheed more than 4% and 2%. So I mean, it just goes on and on. Where you had Whiting Petroleum, Occidental Petroleum, and it have seen shares jump 15, 11, and 5%. That's ridiculous amounts of
For
fucking
billion-dollar
jumps
companies.
in one day.
For billion-dollar companies.
And this is
They
where
made
and
hundreds of
and
millions.
this is where you need to check. You don't need to check who bought the stocks. You need to check who was the one who was like, hey, I bet at the end of the day, that stock jumps 15%. I got 50 million on it. You want to watch that,
If
motherfucker.
that's a thing,
That's a
definitely
thing. That's a
way.
thing.
But would you do that? That seems like the most evident way to do it.
I don't think so because
listen, if you do that though, I could say that's sketchy, right? But if I just go in there and I say, hey, I buy 20 stocks, of oil every other month. This right before now, this day, we're gonna buy 40.
what?
I still make a bunch of money, and I could just go, look, I always buy oil.
But is it really that sketchy? One, when you do always buy oil, and
if you always bet against oil, maybe
and you do make bets, here and there, and you have lots of money, you have your finger in lots of things, and for one, I mean, it's taxed a little bit. It is taxed. You get that tax shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
do you know something I learned from young
if
Jamie?
if you're even looking at that
With art, right?
Mhm.
When you look at it and you say, why is that art worth that much? a lot of times that's like a big corruption scandal, right?
Yeah,
Because they get people to appraise these pieces of arts for ludicrous amounts, and then they donate the art to
Yeah.
like a college or a museum, and that's a tax write-off of the equivalent amount that's worth.
Yeah.
So if somebody appraises your shit for 750,000, that's what you get the tax write-off for. That's insane. I never thought about that. Rich have so many hustles, bro.
Yeah.
Our hustle was like how to make a hookup, and their hustle was like how to make 50 mil.
I think that and then take that 50 mil of that or 20 million of that and turn that into a continuous stream of 20 mil per year.
Generational
For
wealth.
that, I'm trying to build that generational wealth type
Trying
shit,
to get
bro.
that generational wealth, shorty.
But I mean, that's where the money and the big players are gonna have their money, man. And it won't even say, oh, this is whoever's name is on the stock. It'll be a holdings company that will then be linked to some company in Germany that can be traced back to the Caribbean, which can be brought back around to this guy who's just unfucking known and dead technically.
So
He's rolled
let's
dead 10
get
years
to
ago,
it.
like that type of
Oh,
shit.
they got 1,000
I'm
hustles,
saying,
bro.
so I
They
mean,
rape us everywhere.
you won't even see the people.
Let's
doing
go into it. Let's get to the hard question. So, what would you have done following the events if correctly displayed that Iran did do? What would you have done in retaliation?
Iran directly did what?
Because let's just clear a couple things up, right? Number one, well, the embassy was attacked. Apparently, it was attacked, but it wasn't with weapons. It was with rocks and shit like that.
Look up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were all around the embassy. They were throwing shit at it. Apparently, a group of people. And from what I read, one person tried to scale it. Now, did that become more? I don't know. Right? But let's just go over something real quick. A breaking news was Republican. I forget his name, but a Republican came out. I believe he's from Massachusetts. Senator came out and said that that missile attack briefing was the worst he had ever been a part of in his 9 years in Senate or Congress, whatever it was. And he had never seen anything that was so pathetic. And like the rumor is, like, even if I'm talking about, I don't know, JRE, the rumor is that like apparently they presented him with multiple options, about 3 or 4 options to what they should have did after the embassy got attacked, and he chose like the most harsh one. That's what they're saying, and everybody in the room was kind of like, the one they didn't expect him to pick is the one he picked.
Yeah, right. What the fuck?
Yeah. This is all true, bro. This ain't me making this up on no Trump shit. Like, this is straight up fact. That you could look it up right now. That senator came out and said it was the worst the worst missile briefing he ever had. Like, he said it was demeaning and a slap in the face. Like, that's how he felt, basically. It was like, basically, it seems like they walked in there. He was like, look, we're going to blow this motherfucker up. It wasn't even a question. They did it. Bam. Now that's seriously what it seems like. Like, obviously, I always like to think about the curveball. That's why I don't even think about Trump. I don't even think about Trump. You know what I mean? I think like, well, who the fuck wanted that done? And that's when I start tossing around my Israel conspiracies, man.
Yeah.
Because I really
that's where you come in.
I got to the bottom of a lot of numbers yesterday, bro, and I got to the bottom of a lot of things.
What's that?
Well, like, number one, like, I was writing people, through the steps of, like, if you just go through the steps, right, of, like, step one, basically. Who does Israel receive its most financial aid from?
Would be America.
America, right? Who is Israel at war with right now on its borders? You know his name?
Well, it's
Hamas.
Yeah, it's Hamas.
On the Gaza Strip, right on their borders, attacking them, right? Who is founded and funded by Hamas?
Iran.
I swear to God, bro, just look at what Israel needs and wants, and you'll see that is usually a path that America follows, bro. So I started getting into some research about American financial aid. In first place, $4.74 billion. I remember that one. Afghanistan. In second place, 3.79. Oh, sorry, 4.2 something. That's Iraq.
Okay.
Third place is like 3.89. It's Israel, right? And then fourth place is Jordan at 1.5.
That's what I remembered.
Yeah, so that's fourth, right? So now the first two, so I'm like, okay, well, why are we giving them all this money? So I go to that. The first two, Iraq and Afghanistan, that's joint agreements that we signed with their countries to help a rebuilding effort after we decimated their spots in both of those spots. Yeah. Why is Israel third?
Because we like Israel.
Why do we like Israel?
probably.
What did Israel literally does this much for us, bro?
So I mean, there's a couple. So there's a couple ways I can go. There's a couple ways I can go.
We're a Christian nation.
The one particular route that's the most like obvious, or if you want to even say if it might even be true, is that it's one of the more powerful powers that play in that region. So of course you would want them. Of course you would want them. Thanks to us. Exactly. Of course you want to stick behind them when you invest that money.
We built that. Israel is not what you're saying they are without us. Simple as that, bro. It doesn't happen.
At this point, yeah, but I would say listen. So of course, so they started off. I can't remember the exact year they started off, but it was in the early 1900s, and then they founded their nation. And from that point on, it would only seemed to become an interest for us when we started making our plays in the Gulf War and so on.
Since they got founded, they've been taken over many times. They lost that place many times. It's been intervened with many times. They fought back for it many times. Recently, they established the walls. They established their air force and things like that. That all comes from American military weapons.
Yes, and what I'm saying is that became a particular interest for us, especially when we entered the Gulf War.
But why was it Israel? Right? You already were doing this with Saudi Arabia.
Well, where else do you? I mean,
Jordan. Go Jordan. Why is it Jewish people in the middle of somewhere that we all kind of agree they don't belong?
There was a couple. That's what I'm saying. There was a couple ways we could take that. This is where we could take the religious route, where it's there's something that play with that, but I don't know, because you also see a particular right wing thing is that like you support Israel.
Remember when everybody had their tongue outs waiting for Trump to nut on it when he decided that he wanted to move the embassy, the capital, to Jerusalem?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was a big fucking deal. Why was that a big fucking deal, Steve?
Well, it makes no sense. It was a big deal because that's what I'm saying. This is what I don't get. This is what I'm saying.
It was a big deal because it decided if they were going to defend Israel. And for some reason they will.
But listen.
I don't know why.
And I don't know what it is, but like it seems that there's also a divide with that because, like I said, that seems to be a particularly like Republican thing. I hate to do that, but like that's what it seems like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It is, but it's
full,
all
like
around.
America like backing. I don't know, man. It's just like it is super fucking weird.
It got more evidence on Republicans, but I feel like it swings both
ways.
Well,
because you see Republicans outright voiced their
like Mitt Romney,
support for them.
Mitt Romney said Israel 50 times.
If you're a Republican and you don't like fucking Israel, then you're not a Republican. It's just how it goes.
And if you agree with the Palestinians, then basically you're a liberal. That's basically how they feel.
It's kind of like. That's one particular thing that that's like kind of like a side thing to the issue.
So last year, America gave Israel $4 billion, but that doesn't include $9 billion in loan guarantees. Yeah. That doesn't include military contract agreements, right? Because they buy military weapons from us also.
Yeah.
We are giving that motherfucker so much money, bro. And all I'm saying is, like, if you wanted to like keep this little fun war going over there, you could have did it a lot of other ways, right? Yeah. You established this one big ass problem that's never going to go away. So you can choose when you want to go over there and fight these wars that you need so you can reap the benefits. That's simple as that, bro. You're just going to find, now it's mutual. Okay, so now we have Israel needs Hamas to go away, right? 52 billion gallons of oil found in Iran, right? That they just recently found. Yeah. The Strait of Hamas is being fight for right now. We got 3 golden nuggets if we attack this country.
Yeah.
We're getting all 3 of these.
Yeah.
Money. Let's pick that one.
Yeah.
This is going to go on forever.
Yeah.
Another country will happen somewhere else in 10 years. Why? Why are we always one? And people are like, this is the equivalent of them punching us in the mouth and us hitting them back. It's like,
whatever, but it's not the equivalent of it like at all, because like at what point did someone really die?
I feel like there's a good check on this, bro.
Yeah, feel free. For those that can't hear this, this seems to be like a fucking weird ass goddamn noise that's coming out from up there, bro. I can best describe it as like some type of motherfucking ghost. Either that or it's an intruder, and we need to fuck somebody up. I have no idea. I mean, hopefully it's nothing at the end of the day.
It's not knocking an intruder out, dude.
Oh, perfect, man. You
I
got
just
him?
let an intruder out.
Yeah.
All right,
Good?
back to the
Got
business.
someone knocked
Yeah,
down
we're
the
good.
on
I don't know what it
porch?
was.
Someone knocked down the porch.
Back to the business. Let's just say why. So now we got 3 golden nuggets. We're going to attack. We're going to have this long battle. If not, then we're still going to benefit on something like sanctions or something along the lines. We're still going to find a way to benefit.
Exactly. Whether it be we're going for like a full-on takeover style, or we're just going straight up for like a power grab. We're just going to keep gaining ground and traction. Just keep pushing our agenda. You know,
Yes.
I mean, it's just going to be whatever it is.
And then I love how like one person got on there. It's like, bro, Iran was the ones involved in 9/11, bro. Mainly was the ones involved in 9/11. Like, I just gave someone a history lesson.
Yeah.
And I'm about to serve up
Did someone
another
say
one.
that?
Someone said that to me, bro.
What the hell? It's been fucking.
So I just proceeded. I'm
Almost
like,
been
you know
20
what?
years.
You need to be educated. So
I'm
I'm like, dog, 15 out of 19. You know, I bet it was 15 out or 17. We're Saudi Arabian. They were Saudi Arabian, brother.
3 of them were Egyptian, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it must have been 19. That one
Yeah.
almost something else.
Yeah.
15 Saudi Arabians. I'm just like, they were Saudi Arabian, bro. And I asked the question, I'm like, so why do you think the public, like you, believes they were from Iran? You know, just that's it. Why do you think that?
You just put them together.
Yeah, exactly.
Just put 'em
That's all it
together.
is. You're just putting shit together. So then he shares this piece to me where it says that those Saudis, they pass through Iran's borders, their travel agency, basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, bro, they help. They let them get through. I'm like, dog, they passed through our travel agency. They passed through our borders. We let them in, dude. They didn't steal it from their country. They were here.
Yeah.
They got on the planes. They went through our security. They got on.
They could have made it easy through there.
They took our shit with a fucking butter knife.
And regardless, how do you explain them being Saudi Arabian? And we're not fighting them.
I just could not believe it. No one made a good argument to me, bro. Where like people are just sharing like these dumbass videos. You don't even got your facts right. And like I said, I'm an idiot. Like I don't even know everything. And I
Yeah,
know I don't know everything.
I too am dumb.
But I still can see, like, bro, I know more than you, like, just off of my common knowledge. Like, you have misinformation. I have low information. You know what I mean? Like, you're out here preaching lies. I'm just telling you, like, what I do know. It might not be everything, but I know this. It's not a lot.
Not me, other people.
No. The people that were coming at me. Chris Carter.
I was saying people.
Clear it up. Shout out to Chris Carter.
I was saying, like, I mean, I don't know, man, because it's just like it's like this gets put on TV, this gets put on the news. Like, I mean, like they shove this shit out there. I mean, you have to go through and really just like go through everything, man. You have to.
And
Like,
they're
people go to Fox.
But those
News,
people are
that's
just
what
like,
they stop at.
oh, they attack first. That's what happens. I'm just like, no. I told the one guy, I'm like, he's like, so what are you going to do when someone attacks you first? I said, you know, if you go through life fighting everyone who cusses at you, you're going to be fighting all your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you fight everyone who calls you a bitch, you're fight everyone.
At what point do you realize
You just say,
how big
you are.
Yes.
You're the bigger man. You don't got to be the bigger man. You are the bigger man.
Exactly.
Times 20.
Exactly.
So you're just a dick. You know what I mean?
So now what's your argument?
It gets to the point of like, okay, they attacked our embassy. Did anyone die? No. All right, then. You know what? We're pulling our fucking embassy out of here. You guys don't get an American embassy no more. Good luck. And you're still smacked with sanctions.
Yeah.
We're sanctioning the fuck out of you. No more war. Why is that so hard for people? Why is that even a debate? No more war. No more war. It's so simple.
And you
No
can,
more fucking wars.
and you can put the price in front of their fucking faces, but they still just like, well, we get hit, we
There's
hit back.
so many things
That's
that's
like,
funny
what,
about
man?
that.
Like,
Where you're just like, you know,
what?
you bring up free Medicare, and everybody's like, how are we gonna pay for that? You bring up war with Iran, everybody's like, they attacked first. You're just like, how we got the money for this, dude? How they got the money all of a sudden?
Oh, that and I hate to do this, but I seen a post. It was obviously a woman who was upset that her husband was going away. He was being sent to Iran. He was a soldier. He was in reserves, and he got called up. So I mean, she posted. She's like, y'all don't get it. Y'all sharing these memes, all this news articles. Y'all don't understand that he's out there fighting for you. He's fight. He put his life on the line to fight for you. He's doing this and that. He's in Iran for you. It's just like it ain't for me. It's for motherfucking America. I mean, it's for motherfucking the government. Like, I
Right.
don't know,
And you're
like,
not saying that that you're
That's
like
what I'm saying. She's
not
upset,
being a dick
you know what I'm
about that.
saying?
You're just straight up saying like it's a war across seas.
Exactly.
Like that's a
yeah.
war across
Yeah.
seas. And listen, if your husband's here, someone's attacking us, and your husband's fighting on my front lines, that's my brother.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm right here with you.
100%.
We've said that a
We're
million
here.
times.
Love you.
But when we're going across water, we're going across oceans, thousands of miles
To Iran.
to fight for how many people have died? Let's see. How many people have they killed of ours? 0. Right? The attack of the embassy and their shots fired killed 0. Meanwhile, we've killed, what was it? It was an estimated 8. I think it actually went all the way down to 2. I'm not sure what the exact number is at this point. But we've killed people on their side. They haven't killed no one on our side. Say whatever you want. They haven't killed no one. That's what it's all about. It's about
They
casualties.
shot a missile. No one died.
No one
Shots
died.
of missiles.
It's for property.
No one died.
That's a badass video, ain't it?
Yeah,
That's a
it's
sweet
fucking
ass video.
wild-ass
Man.
video,
That is some
man.
scary shit.
That's what I'm saying. Those
I feel like I got the jump on you, though.
And the ones with Israel that they show, where like they show their dome system, like shooting missiles out the air. Those are also fucking crazy.
But in that case though, when I was watching that, I'm like, bro, of course it's gonna be a high blow up rate. That sounds stupid. But like all I'm saying is like from the time that you could see it in the sky before it catapults to its next level, you could see it. Like you could see that bitch for a while. Like if you're expecting a missile, you got a missile alarm going. I feel like if it's only detonated to go here, like I feel like even if I was here, I could have got out the way far enough.
See, that's where I'm not too sure.
It didn't blow up the whole base, or people would have died.
What's the thing? Exactly. Yeah,
That's the craziest thing about the
base,
shot, bro. It's basically Iran said.
Well, there are multiples. They mainly just damaged infrastructure.
But Iran basically let them know we're shooting missiles at you. That they had the alarm sound for the missiles.
People were already in shelter. Yeah,
they were already in shelters.
Yeah.
It basically was Iran saying property damage for property damage. Is what it seemed like.
Well, and then like afterwards, like there was like Trump on Mike. He was just like, "We want peace." Like we want. And I'm just like, what is all this for then? We're hitting them, they're hitting us, and then peace. Like what are we doing this for then? What are we doing right now? What the fuck is going on? It's like, all right, we hit you with a missile. You hit us back. Peace. It's even. Like, what the fuck was that? What was all this for?
That's so weird. That's probably what's gonna happen too. That's probably what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be like peace now.
Yeah. It's like, well, what could all this be for? I don't understand.
I just always love thinking about like you're talking to Alexander the Great. And you're just like, now we fight from here with things from the sky. It's like, bow and arrows. Like, no,
it's a robot.
No, we shoot See, there's a robot in the sky.
And it flies.
And it flies by itself. We control it from here. And it got missiles that will shoot wherever we want.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what's a missile? You're just like, it's like a big ass explosive. You're just fucked. It's like they don't get it. You would never get it. They're like, it's just. He's like, I picture at the end. He's just like, what a pussy way to fight a war.
Yeah.
Like, what a coward's way out.
Exactly. Just like shooting from afar.
Yeah.
You don't even see your person.
Yeah,
you don't even see your assailant's face ever.
No.
You don't ever look him in the face and kill him. Like
that's what I know. Like a lot of Iraqians, I guess you would call them, were saying that before. Iraqis. They're like. Every time I remember, like a lot of American soldiers said they would always call them cowards. So like you fight your battles from the sky. You know what I mean? It's like we're right here with these AKs in the village.
And the
square up.
In the motherfucking
square
RPGs. Up. What's up?
Square up, bitch.
Whoever's the best shot.
Let's go, bitch. Instead, like you're dropping these bombs, but it's like, yeah, that's kind of why our citizens are paying 25% of their check. I paid over 25% of my check in taxes this year, man. Shit sucks.
Why you gotta say it like that, bro? It
really
is terrible, man. Like it's a huge amount.
I hate it, bro.
It's a huge, ridiculous.
It's the most taxes I ever paid in my life. I could not believe it.
I look at my pre-tax amount and I'm balling. Pre-tax or balling pre-tax, bro.
Yeah,
it's like,
bro.
But damn, man, you take that. I get paid weekly. You do that 4 times out of the month. God damn.
Yeah, I was looking. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm up there. You know what I mean? I'm getting up there now. And then like you look at it after taxes, you're like, kind of make like 35. It doesn't even make you feel that good.
Exactly. You're
like,
what?
I was almost at 50. You know what I mean? I'm something like or something.
That's insane,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Like when you really put in perspective like that, you're like, outside of that, I'm making like, yeah,
Bro, I had 10 racks.
Half of that.
Over 10 racks I would have had.
So half the money I generated, you took.
Bro, listen, I know someone who hit the lottery, right?
Oh man,
They hit for $1 million. They got $576,000, Steve, and they took the payout. I mean, not the payout. They took the payment plan.
yeah.
They got taxed, bro, like 55%, bro.
Yeah. but a lot of them still just like yes.
But just think about how scammy that is, though, right?
Oh,
so
serious.
But go down another level, right? Because they knock half if you take it in cash.
Yeah.
So then you would only got 250 grand basically off $1 million. So they want you to take the payout, hoping that you die. So then I was talking to my sister. I'm like, kind of makes sense.
They might come and kill you.
That's what I said. Government Hope can be like, look, we got 4 lottery winners. We can't keep paying out 58, 62, 71.
That's how the lottery works.
I think we got a couple car
That's
accidents.
how the lottery works, man.
We got a couple car accidents to come up here.
That heart attacks, whatever.
I feel like you could really use it for good though. Like you kill them and then you say like a cop saved a life. You use them as like a public ploy.
Oh, there
you know what I mean? Like he tried to kill a pregnant lady.
Or like you might even make it into a sad news story.
Yeah.
It'd be like, it's like, but then a sad news story turned into like fight for justice. Like, we want to go against crime.
I like that.
We want to go against crime.
We're tired of this in the city.
We're tired of the crime. We need a crime rally. Let's go. Like, just like, man, it's just like,
What's that thing?
Like, yes, eat it up, motherfuckers. Like, man, it's crazy. Like, when we get into these talks, we start thinking about like how disgusting the world could be, and probably is.
Let's just go over something real quick. We go over something here, Steve.
We better drop
270 rape kits.
Yeah.
Destroy. I got the numbers on these. Okay.
Yeah.
By Maryland Police Department in 2 years.
You got the breakdowns for the department.
Yeah. I just wanted that to sink for a sec. For people just to think, 270 rape kits were destroyed. Let's go into some info that you probably don't know, which is that just recently, was there even an agency established that made this all keep track? It's the only way that this got found out.
Yeah.
Before they would destroy all rape kits, Steve.
Yeah, man. And there'd be nothing.
Steven, what? You don't think people are fucking kids, and raping people out here? That goes back to the classic. That's straight up back to the classic. Why does everyone know someone raped or molested, but no one knows a rapist or molester, right? That's simply what that is right there. And like I had someone ask me, why do you think it is? And all I did was post that right there. Because that explains it right there. How little you give a fuck. You literally probably got the gun to a murder that was used in like 1970, but you can't keep a rape kit from last year.
So I want to get a little more into it where I don't want to give the numbers for the police department. I just want to give the numbers that they have for some particular ones. Arundel Police Department, Anne Arundel, Baltimore Police Department, and Carroll County Sheriff's Office did not destroy any rape kits during that time.
What?
I don't understand what that means. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to believe that Baltimore City, especially, like those particular ones didn't destroy any.
Steve. Yeah, that's not what I got. That's not what I got, brother.
That's what it says right here.
Carroll County and Howard County Police did not destroy any rape kits during that time.
So this one says, some like Anne Arundel, Baltimore Police, Carroll County, Howard County did not destroy any rape kits during that time.
Hartford Sheriff Office destroying 87 rape kits. Frederick Police destroying 84 rape kits. Frederick County Officer destroying 26 kits. Hagerstown Police destroying 15 kits. And Elting and Princesses Anne Police destroying 11 each.
So I don't understand why Hartford Sheriff's Office is so high. 87 when that particular county is a smaller population, isn't it?
It's a very good question.
Would it have a higher number of rapes because of its rural? I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, and then followed by that, you have Frederick Police, but that's also a huge. Yeah, Frederick Police is also. I mean, that's also where there's like I know there's a huge community out in Frederick. I know there's also some colleges located out that way, so that might explain why their number is super high with 84. But then you also have Frederick County after that with 26, and so all this is in like Washington area, like Frederick, like all that's in one particular area where you're seeing this concentration of the rape kits being destroyed. Again, I'm not sure where Noel got the other information with the other ones, but I mean, mine says that like the Baltimore City Police Department didn't destroy any, which I find extremely hard to believe considering their history. But also, it could be possible that they may not have destroyed them because of their the many eyes that are on them. That's been on them over the past couple years or so. But I mean, it's also corrupted nature, so it makes sense to me that like they would be involved in destroying them. You know what I'm
was
saying?
going up in there. So you basically saying you got some other numbers there, huh?
Well, I'm saying like I have like the numbers, but like the ones that are saying that didn't do it, I have mine. Mine has a discrepancy to what yours is saying.
Yeah, I just got Carroll County and Harrow County.
Did you screenshot it like high enough? Because I might have the same one as you. I have the same one because I clicked the one you shared.
This is from Baltimore CBS Local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the top.
Oh my bad. I clicked that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a screenshot. There we go. Yeah. See, I think some might be cut off right there.
Okay. You're right, Steve. You're right. I got you.
But that's hard to believe, isn't it? And also, what I noticed when I was looking at the numbers, hold up. When I was looking at the numbers, when you see the numbers right here, after Hartford, you have Frederick County, Hagerstown. Those are the highest concentrations, but that's all in one particular area in Western Maryland.
You're making a point.
In that area. So why is that?
Are they destroying so many rape kits?
Exactly. And then I also want to understand how Baltimore City Police Department hasn't destroyed any. Because it seems like they would destroy them.
The only way I could think of that is would be that maybe since the agency has been created, they visited them before.
As I'm saying, I was thinking they might be under more tight watch. Right. Exactly, yeah, because of the Baltimore City Police Department. You know what I'm saying? Possibly, so
because they just released like 22 people for corruption.
But I still want to understand the high concentration of the rape kits being destroyed, and why it's in those particular areas. That'd be very interesting to kind of get to the bottom of. And then how many oh man, that's so I don't know, man. And then the one thing I was trying to see is their explanation for why they would destroy them. Why would you destroy them to begin with? Why wouldn't you keep them on evidence?
Why would you ever destroy a rape kit, dude?
Yeah.
That had some evidence. Any evidence. It's the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro.
Yeah, it does not make sense.
I don't know what to do, Steve. Like, I really don't, bro. Like, I feel like my head hurts.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can see so much stupid shit. But for some reason, it's not stupid to everyone.
Yeah.
And it just hurts my fucking head, bro. Of like, I don't even know if I should be pursuing shit like this anymore. Like, I'm beating myself up. Like, I'm beating a dead horse, bro. Like, we keep saying, like, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. It never makes sense. And no one cares, dude. I feel like I'm, like, killing myself over this shit, bro. Like, I'm just constantly like, did you hear about the fucking missiles?
It's like this realization you're putting yourself in the grave.
I'm just killing myself with all this stress, but then there's always like that one dumbass you gotta serve up. Where you're just like, you're so factually wrong that I now have to serve you on some shit I don't even want to talk about.
And you call yourself an idiot.
And I'm an idiot for sure on these matters, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
There's a few things I'm not an idiot at, You're talking about some Madden franchise, Well, I'm not considering I'm saying I'm fucking
There's a couple of things I have expertise, but one thing I do not have my expertise on
is internal affairs. That's my favorite part where everybody's like, we have security agencies that are telling us that, Trump said this on this phone call to Ukraine. And everybody's just like, those fucking security agencies are goddamn liars, just like the FBI and Comey and them tried to lie on Trump.
And just like that, bitch Hillary!
But then, no, just like that, we go, well, our security agencies are telling us that this general was plotting against us. So now we believe him. Now we believe him on the side. That's my favorite thing. It's like the Trump thing. It's like, I was just saying this to Chad. It's like Trump's like, we're going to end the senseless wars. And everybody, all of his followers are like, no more wars. And then he's like, We're going to war with Iran.
Like,
It was like the perfect one, though.
we better pull up like we better put up a fucking meme or some shit.
That was a meme I had on here.
We got the. I was gonna say, like, those people are fucking quick on top of that shit. On top of that shit.
This is what it was.
Quickness, bro.
Trump. I will end the endless wars. MAGA. Boo wars. Trump. I assassinated the top general in Iran. MAGA. Yay wars. Trump. I will bring the troops home. MAGA. Yay, bring them home. Trump. I'm sending more troops to the Middle East. MAGA. Yay, go troops. It's like that really is exactly what happened, bro. That is exactly. He literally just said, remember everybody was
He
just
just made a
sharing
speech
that.
about peace.
He just brought people home, though. Remember that?
Yeah,
He
just
literally
brought
just brought people home.
and then he just sent twice as much.
I feel like he's just spending money for
He
like,
just sent twice as much.
he brought back. Yeah.
He brought home 3,500. He just sent like 55.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Everybody's just like, get that motherfucker.
Get him in there. Yeah, let's just take over Iran. You know, it's like, oh my God, bro. It's like,
Can you imagine right now if you're still in the American embassy? You're just like, every day, you're just like, no, I'm doing anything. I'm going home, dude. I'll stay here. We still
Okay,
got guards.
get outta here.
Guards
It's like-
working 24/7, right?
imagine living in the embassy, man.
I'll tell you what was a really cool
That'd be
thing.
wild. That'd be a wild thing. Living in the embassy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be wild.
Yeah. But yeah. How do you even get out of there without using Iran's airports? You get a helicopter lifted to an airstrip out of the country.
That's another thing I want to talk about.
What?
Sorry, that was the second thing I'm trying to go to here.
They're just like shuffling through like it's funny because like if this was like 20 years ago, it'd be like you'd be shuffling through papers right now.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Where's that note at? Where's that note at?
This guy from Syria, he went on. He actually straight up shared his ID from Syria and everything. Like shared a
That's
picture.
bold.
Shared a picture on there, and he said, well, he's from in America now. And
Okay.
he said, I'm from Syria. He described a city in there that he's from. It's like Darkistan or something, kind of like Dagestan, but Darkistan. And he said, ask me anything. Right? So there was this one that's specifically screenshot. I thought that he worded very beautifully, right? He said, somebody asked him, what does the average Syrian think of Assad? Did the U.S. make him out to be a villain? Which is what we all really want to know, right? So this is coming from a Syrian. He says, yes and no. Syria is predominantly Sunni Muslim, and Assad is an all-white and offset of Shiite Muslims, which explains Syria's relationship with Iran. Majority of the population dislike the Assad regime as it incorporates North Korea's level of threat should you speak against the party. They'll cut your fingers off and feed it to the chickens. Sunnis hate him but have to pretend to love him in public to avoid prosecution and death. All whites love him because he's one of them. However, those who don't belong to either sect believe Assad is good for Syria because of his secular, non-religious view and Western influence. Everyone in Syria knows Assad didn't initiate the chemical attacks. Assad wouldn't provoke American intervention just to kill helpless children running around the street. Makes a lot of points there. You know,
Yeah,
it was just a summary of that I seen that I enjoyed.
Yeah, and that's good to know because I mean, for me, one point, me believing that Assad did carry out those chemical attacks. You know, I mean, with what's presented to you, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a logical thing, logical reason to follow. That Assad is some sort of bad guy.
But when you sit there and you're like, why would any of those countries want American intervention? That's like the one thing you don't want to do. If you want to kill your civilians, you just do a bomb.
Well,
you don't do a chemical attack.
This is my thing. For me, it's all about who the light wants to be shined on at a particular time. I mean, just like, there's no particular light or action for like every single thing that, human rights violation that goes on in the world. There was no American intervention in Boko Haram when they stole like 300 women. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though there's huge media outrage, there was no international campaign or anything for that. Again, it's not chemical weapons, but I mean, you have crazy shit going on in the world all the time, but you don't see the same response. So then you see like this media campaign behind it, and then America's going into Syria. It's just like,
I think
it just seems like something that's like shine. It's like what's shined on, what they want to shine the light on at that time.
Do you know why they do the chemical attacks? Do you know why that's there?
What the
why the chemical attacks happen? Do you
in
know why that
Syria.
happens? Yeah. Do you know why it happens anyway?
If I understand Syria particularly, that it's the Assad regime against the
Right.
rebellion forces.
Got nothing to do with it, right?
And then they're targeting.
Here's the thing, right? That entire thing is used because when you're a terrorist, right, and you're fighting your government, you want America to fight the government, right? You want America to fight the government with you. It's good for you, right?
Right.
So you do a war crime. That's what a chemical attack is. If a government is using chemical warfare on their own citizens, that's considered a war crime. And that allows for another country's intervention to come in there and stop that. So that's why the terrorists were doing that, to try and get America to intervene with that, to fight Assad.
And I get that, but you would see, I mean, like I said, like there's war crimes taken on throughout the world, every day. But I think it's more about the particular light that they want to shine on this particular thing to get political backing and the backing of the people.
But like
they're gonna get
being took from a school.
They're gonna get Syria there. They're gonna get Syria up in there in the media, so they could then get the information out to the people about it, and the people can then get behind the U.S. and whatever intervention they can have in Syria. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're not talking about the U.S. We're just simply saying did Assad do it or did the terrorists do it? And I just lean towards the terrorists do it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I said it was a view that I used to hold. You know what I'm saying? Like that at the time when these things were being taken out, that it was Assad. You know what I'm saying?
So why do you think that the terrorists did it?
Why do I think the terrorists did it? Like I said, because of a similar thing you're saying. Like,
right?
You want America to fight it, but then again, like you see, like I said, you just see like from what I see, like you definitely see, missteps that you would see taken, like you'd see Trump pulling out of Syria or even threatening to pull out of Syria or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you really only see this big Syria intervention within the past 3 to 4 years, whereas in 2011 you had shit like this going on, with Syria, Arab Spring and whatnot coming on.
But we came in there after the chemical attacks on his own citizens. That was the whole reason for us invading Syria. Not invading, I guess, but funding the rebels, as you would say, which actually is the terrorist who did the chemical attack. That's the big fuckery. We don't want to fight the war, so then we try and fund the people we believe's on the right side, but we see it from 1,000 miles away.
Well, see,
so now we're out here. We end up funding.
It's not about picking the right side. It's not how we choose who to fund. We choose who to fund who benefits us. Who do we want out? We want Syria. We want Syria. So
if America
in the same sense, what we can see if we see America, if we see America backing the rebels, why would they continue to take on the chemical attacks when if they're if what they want is aligned, that should be enough as it is. You know what I'm saying?
You're not getting it, Steve. What I'm saying is, say it's not even America, right? Say if it's you, right?
First
of all, let's clear something up that the rebels are not the terrorists. Just so you know that. That's not the two same.
I never said that. I said the rebels. I've been talking about the rebels the whole time.
When you're saying, well, why would the terrorists do that, right? And why would they do chemical attacks if they're aligned with what they're saying? They're not aligned.
I didn't say that. I said if the rebels. No, you said it was the rebels that were going against Syria that took out the chemical attacks against their own people.
No, the terrorists did. The rebels are the people that are there to fight the ISIS, right? That's invading Syria. Rebels, they
hold a particular position that they want Assad gone.
Which is the rebels don't. They don't care about that. They want the terrorists out of their neighborhood. That's what they're saying. That's why those people are with Assad.
Why are they rebels? Because they're rebelling against Assad.
No, bro. They're rebelling against the terrorist intervention. ISIS comes in. They take over your city. If ISIS came in here and took over Baltimore and then we fought back, we're rebels. You get what I'm saying? We're not under government control. They were under ISIS control. You get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Aleppo was under ISIS control.
Yes.
That's a place that's controlled by terrorists. The rebels there are now the people that are fighting the terrorist. That's the people they had no problem with Assad before that. They were going about their life. ISIS is the one that started grabbing land. ISIS grabbed Aleppo. Once they grabbed which is like the capital, that's their biggest city. Once they took that over, then the rebels, want Assad to come help, but they're fighting the terrorists that are on their street every day.
Then why do you not see the unification of the rebels and the government?
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
They go hand in hand. But what I'm trying to tell you, right?
They particularly do not like Assad
America,
either.
if you're trying to look at, let's not go conspiratorial, right? America, just like if it was you. if you see that fight going on, right? You go, okay, I don't want to send troops over there to fight, right? So there's people that saying they will fight your terrorists. There's also a government that says we want to fight the terrorists, right? So you fund the rebels. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to fund the rebels, which is the citizens of Aleppo, to fight ISIS, not Assad, not Syria's government. You're funding the rebels. They're I forget what it's called when you got a squad of people attacking. They're insurgents, right? If you ever watch the videos where they fight from their homes, that's what's going on. People fight from their homes.
I've seen this all, but
So
why do you see the rebels and the Assad government fight? Why do you see them fight? They don't. Why is there no unification? Why is the Aleppo not unified with like Syria? You know,
when you watch those videos, those people do not believe that. Those people do not believe that Assad did the chemical attack. So I keep trying to explain. We're supposed to be funding the rebel to fight ISIS. ISIS is getting the shit that we're sending. They then use that. They use those weapons to take over these spots, right? To control these spots. Now they want us to attack the government so that they can maintain that spot. Because if not, then it would be us, their government, the rebels versus ISIS. That's not what ISIS wants.
If they were originally,
so they do a chemical attack. And they said Assad did the chemical attack.
But if they were originally a part of Syria, then got taken control of ISIS. Yes, it was.
ISIS is a part of everything.
Aleppo was a part of Syria. I'm saying Aleppo.
You just said ISIS.
ISIS took over Aleppo.
Yeah.
Why would we then, free Aleppo from Syria, from ISIS control, and then Aleppo does not unify with the Syrian government? Is what I'm saying.
They
particularly go against.
On this.
Then why haven't they? Because they haven't.
Because we didn't go right. Because we funded. Because we had
soldiers in Syria.
We eventually had soldiers,
and we were in Aleppo.
Initially, that was all just funded, just like we did in Cuba. The same thing we did in Cuba, bro. That backfired. It's the same exact thing. We fund the rebels. The rebels are supposed to fight the terrorists. Now in Cuba, that was the government. Right? But the rebel is supposed to fight the terrorists so that we don't have to send boots on the ground. We fucked up. The shit that we sent went to ISIS. That's why ISIS was driving around in American Humvees that they painted black. They got the shit. That made them more powerful. They then did a fake attack, from what I say. That's my part of my personal opinion. Everything else is fact. Then I see they did a fake attack on Assad so that we hesitate to put the boots on the ground, right? We go, wait. You're not even looking out for your own people. You just gassed your own people. When really, he's just waiting for us to come help, right? He doesn't want us to intervene at all. He's hoping him and his civilians can take care of it themselves. Chemical attack does not benefit him in any platform at all. It doesn't help him kill more terrorists. It destroys his cities, and it makes us intervene. It benefits nothing for Assad. The terrorists, the ISIS, they benefit us hating Assad. They benefit us hating the citizens.
But there's no fact that America intervenes in anything like this, and then you also see the backing with Assad with China and Russia.
What do you mean? That's what I'm saying. That America intervenes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It seems that there's always this at play, and whatever is being played is why would you then set that up to have American intervention if the terrorists are doing that? Because why would the terrorists want American intervention either?
Because they can't fight the war. ISIS was a small fraction that was building and building and building. They were trying to take city by city by city. They took over Aleppo. They took multiple spots there.
Right. Yeah.
So
okay. Cool.
They don't want to fight right now. They want to keep what they got. Right. So Assad.
Who did the chemical attacks?
ISIS. That's what I believe.
Now, why would they do that because they wouldn't want American intervention either in the region?
Here's the thing.
So why would they do that?
They're intervening against Assad, brother. We came there thinking that Assad did chemical attacks. We're coming there to stop Assad from doing chemical attacks.
So this is the hole that I see. This is the hole that I see because America is also going to fight ISIS. They may fight Syria as well and Assad, but they're going to fight ISIS. Now we're backing the same people to fight ISIS, and we're also going to fight ISIS.
That was not our objective, though. Our objective was over there because of a war crime. Because he was gassing his own people.
So why would the terrorists do that? Well, to me, it seems no benefit to do that and to have America be there.
Listen.
You're saying Steve, that is Steve, what they want American intervention.
What does it benefit Assad?
I don't know. He could just be a cruel fucking man. Don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
To
Like,
be gassing his own
know,
citizens who are fighting the
that-
terrorists
well,
that
that-
took over his capital.
but listen,
it's so
but
it's
listen,
just,
but listen,
you want to talk about holes there.
But listen, that and you want to go against the rebellion forces that do not like you. So I understand they do not like you. That's what happened. The Kurds came in, and they were going against Syria. They're there to fight Syria. The Kurds have no particular area where they call home. They want Syria back. That's why they're there. The YPG, those are the forces that we're backing.
There could be multiple different ones that I know. All I know
We're
is,
backing
right?
the YPG. Those are the
might
Kurds.
I'm sure we're funding plenty of them. All I'm saying is that ISIS, they were the ones that were in the fucking city. They occupied the city at the time of the chemical attack, right? And for some reason, it was blame one or the other, and we went after Assad. Now everyone knows that it's 100% fact, and ISIS is
Syria wants to fight ISIS too.
They do. But listen,
So then you chemically bomb them.
let's go to something real quick. But that doesn't benefit you because in your city where civilians are still living.
It's not your city anymore. It's ISIS' city.
No, brother. Did you not watch the videos? These people are still living in their homes. They don't
I see
come
that.
out. They don't come out their homes.
What does Assad care?
You want to free? They are people. They're generating your money. This is how you generate your citizens.
They're not generating shit because they belong to ISIS now.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Steve. So they're trying to free them from ISIS so that they can go back to their normal life.
At any cost.
Not of a chemical attack, because chemical attacks stay. They don't go nowhere. So if you bombed Eastern Avenue with a chemical attack, the fucking radiation would still be there.
Chemical attack doesn't mean radiation. He was using chlorine gas. That's exactly what it was. It wasn't nuclear radiation. Chlorine gas could go away.
Agent Orange still is in Vietnam.
That's not Syria. They were using chlorine bombs.
The shit can
They were using chlorine bombs.
It ruins the entire spot.
Not chlorine gas.
Yes, bro.
It's not
you
radiation.
Can watch them saying, bro. Watch when a chemical attack happens.
It's a gas attack.
There's videos of it, right? You can see people coming up. They're afraid to go to the body because they know.
But over time it goes away.
Over time, the fuck is not
but
Chernobyl.
not years. Not even a fucking month.
Years.
Not even a month.
That's what I'm years.
You're
saying that.
No, listen. The bombs that you just use like radiation shit. You said radiation.
Which is a chemical attack too.
Exactly, but that's not what he used. What he used was chlorine gas.
It still has a lasting period to it. Obviously, it may not
Something
be
that
radiation.
would not be long. That could easily be if once the city was unified, it could easily be taken care of.
Literally be
that could easily be taken care of.
The worst way to do the job. A flamethrower is a better fucking idea. It's the worst idea you could have. Literally, it's the worst idea you could have.
And then, regardless, it's not a good idea for ISIS either, in my opinion. So to me, it just doesn't make sense.
Bro, ISIS is killing civilians every day. Don't fucking matter if it's by vehicle or if it was...
But the American interventions was the problem. Not the chemical attacks. They could give a fuck care less about the chemical attacks. It's the American intervention. Why would they want that in the region where they're trying to take over?
It's not all about America. It's about world perception. That Assad was gassing his own people so that nobody would want to come help. So that they blame Assad. But you have
Iran and China in there. Not Iran, China, Russia and China.
That was later. That was
completely backed by them.
That was later.
The whole time those bombs were happening, they were behind 100%.
When Russia started bombing that was after all of this with us.
Yeah, that continually happened.
When we started bombing,
Russia's been backing it from day one.
They started bombing agreement after this, bro, with Assad. That's when Putin
Russia
and Assad got together.
They bombed ISIS.
Yes, after
they
invasion.
Backed Syria, and they backed
after invasion.
Syria.
Yes.
They were there before we put troops on the ground, bro.
The agreement was made, but I do not remember any. I do not remember them doing anything.
They were there backing up from the beginning.
I don't think you got proof of that, Steve. I don't think you got any proof of that.
Bro, 100%, bro. 100%.
They were helping them from the beginning.
They've been allies from the beginning.
That was something that they realized benefited them.
The chemical
just like you're saying with America, it benefited them.
Even Russia stood by them even when those chemical attacks came out, and they're the ones that were like, no, Assad didn't do that. And America said like, yeah, Assad did do that. And then Russia said like, no, Assad. That's what I'm saying.
So what does Assad in Russia benefit from doing that chemical attack?
They're doing it with ISIS-controlled cities.
Zero.
ISIS-controlled cities.
Zero, bro. It has no
benefit from it.
It has because they're killing people anyway. So it's just how I kill them today.
But then you get America in there.
That, bro, either way, you got Russia and Syria.
Why you're trying to take over Syria?
You're
trying to get land.
You have America
That doesn't make
in there
sense.
for Assad.
And then America's backing the Kurds that
I
are
don't know.
fighting Assad regardless.
They came for
Right,
Assad. We did not come there to fight ISIS, or we still be there. We left it to Assad to fight ISIS. Assad is the one that got ISIS out of Syria, bro.
No.
Yes, bro. Yes, it is, bro. We left.
We made that announcement. ISIS
left.
was eliminated. We didn't leave.
No, it was
ISIS
not,
Syria
Steven.
to fight,
Steven,
bro.
no, it was not,
No,
Steven.
it was not.
Steven,
That's
you're
why
wrong.
we're still
You're
stationed
wrong.
in the surrounding countries.
Steven, you're wrong about
That's
that.
why we're still
You're
stationed
wrong
in the
about that
surrounding
one,
countries, because we
Steve.
don't want ISIS to be
Not with the
surged.
lapel. Assad is the one that regained that. After we left, Assad continued his assault on ISIS. He is the one that regained that, not us. With the help of Russia.
We just recently pulled out. We
pulled out before Syria was a free state. That's for sure.
Before Syria was a free state?
Yes, bro. They were still ISIS controlled when we left.
Syria was never controlled. Assad's had control over that particular portion.
That's a free state. That's
forever.
That city belonged to its country.
That whole
the hell
right there, and then ISIS
It
was
belonged
taking
to
over.
their country. Free
ISIS
state.
was taking control. To me, it just doesn't like. That doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, like yes,
Assad got Aleppo back. Don't say it was
then
America.
Assad.
It's a lie.
Listen, Assad or the terrorists, to me, don't benefit from either chemical
Steve,
attack.
you're a terrorist. You kill people every fucking day in this city. Every day, whoever I see, I shoot them when I can. That's why people stay in their homes.
But with chemical weapons?
So today I'll
But
do a
with
chemical
chemical
weapon.
weapons.
Tomorrow I'll do a pipe bomb. Tomorrow I'll run you over. Tomorrow I'll
But
shoot
to-
you with an
but-
AK.
but to
Tomorrow I'll
continuously do
beat
it.
your head in. No, it was 2 attacks.
And
Two chemical
oppressive
attacks.
regimes do the same
It's
shit.
just how they
Oppressive
did
regimes
it.
do the same
It's
shit.
just how they
The
did
reason
it.
you feel comfortable dropping chemical bombs is because you're Russian backed. That's simple as that.
It's literally a harder kill. A chemical bomb is a harder kill than you just going in there and using your drones, Russia.
It's about brutality. But Russia doesn't want to kill people. Assad just wants to do it.
They want to kill ISIS.
Whatever fuck reason.
Your country is taken over by a military terrorist organization, dog.
And the Kurds
You're
are
trying
coming
to
in
get-
as well, trying
you're
to
trying
gain
to
their
get
own
them out.
territory from
You're
you.
trying to get them
and you're
out.
trying to fight them too.
How did ISIS even get the equipment to come
Assad
there?
hates the fucking Kurds. How can I really fuck up the Kurds?
Let me fucking bomb them with chemical weapons.
That was in his own
Does it-
city.
So
dog.
worry about America coming in, but I got Russia behind me, so I don't really fucking care about America coming in. They'll come in, they'll fight ISIS, do some dirty work too.
They don't care about
and then
America
they'll leave,
coming in.
and then they'll leave, and they're like, "Hey,
They
let's
don't
go."
care about America coming in.
Who?
Assad wouldn't care about America coming in.
You gonna care about them coming in because
Russia and Assad
Russia's
would.
backed.
Syria ain't no fucking ally. That would be
No.
Russia versus us. That's not even.
and
That's a
everyone knows
fucking
that's
joke.
what no one fucking wants.
That's a fucking
what everyone knows
easy
what
dub.
No one wants
It's a
fucking
dub.
wants, bro.
It's a dub. Easier fight than China.
No one fucking wants it though. No one would fucking want it.
No one wants
You have
any
Russia
war.
backing, then you have Russia.
But Russia
and
knows.
America backing. Exactly. So then Russia's in there. They're like, look, I know you're not gonna do anything to Syria because I'm in this bitch, and we're not gonna fight. Everyone knows we're not gonna fucking fight right now. We're here in Syria.
And they still was in that bitch. Bro.
Exactly. And we eventually went in, but we were never ever gonna be like, hey, we're gonna take out Assad. That was always a goal, but we're never gonna be like, hey, we're fighting Syria
Bro.
and to go up in Damascus and dethrone Assad. That was never gonna fucking happen with Russia there.
We were there for a regime change.
And
That's what we came
that was
for.
not gonna happen with Russia back in.
Whatever that's after that is whatever after that. The point blank is we were there for a regime change because of the chemical attacks. My whole entire argument about this is the fact that we came there for Assad, not for ISIS. Simple as that. ISIS was still there when we left. Assad got back Aleppo.
All right, that's great, no, but again, it doesn't make no fucking sense. That's all I'm saying, you know. That's all
Offset
I'm
terrorists
saying.
kill people every
Yeah.
other way, every day. Why they do a pipe bomb? Why they do a nail bomb?
Yeah,
Why they
but again, why would they want American intervention?
They don't
Because
give
it's
a-
chemical weapons.
Listen, brother.
And we're already targeting ISIS. So again, it
American-
doesn't make
the American intervention or not.
Again, it doesn't
We
make
got
sense.
people to kill. Here's one way to do it. Here's a good way to do it.
And
We're
they do
gonna
it
fuck.
continuously.
we're gonna fuck you up.
Makes sense, you know.
They did it twice, Steve. It happened 2 times, bro.
I think it happened upwards of 10 times, bro.
No, the
Those
2 spots
chlorine
in
barrel
Aleppo,
bombs.
in
Those
Aleppo,
chlorine barrel bombs.
the two that made national news There was two that
There
made
was
national news.
It wasn't just two, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. There was two that made national news. Maybe there was more I didn't see, but there was two I remember on the news.
It happened multiple times.
If one person dies, that's not even reported.
While we were there, before we were there, and after we've been gone, I believe one has happened since we've been gone. We've been gone out there for like a year now.
I'm sure it is, because terrorists are still there. All I'm saying is it benefits a terrorist to do it 10 times more than it does Assad. It's just pointless for Assad. It just makes his battle harder to fight.
Yeah, I mean,
from what I say.
Who fucking knows? I mean, the whole fucking thing's a clusterfuck. The whole thing is one huge big power grab from multiple fucking people.
Let's go one step above that, though, right? Of how that problem even occurs, right? How does ISIS arm itself? Now that is fact. That is from shit that we left behind,
I never argued
right?
that. Yeah,
that they took, and they're in there with American military equipment.
Yeah, 100%.
Taking over spots, bro.
100%.
Now, why the fuck don't you blow that up or give it to the country that you're leaving? That seems so stupid just to leave the shit.
Costs money.
If so, then I feel like we should be looking where the wars are at, bro, and kind of swing in there after they're done. Because we could probably get a couple of Humvees back here.
Couple cheap. You're cheap, dude.
Freight.
You got like two
what
4.9s
out there?
like,
a copter.
You wear a helmet and a bandolier. There's like
that's so crazy that it's literally it's cheaper just to leave it.
Yeah. It probably is, bro. You know,
So
it's like,
horrible.
what do I need to get out? I need to get it out my men and whatever they can carry, and any type of electrical equipment, and then we just leave everything else.
I don't even think it's any of those things you just said.
You might fry. You actually might fry those and then leave them.
I don't think it's anything you just said. It's like, what do you got out of there? Oil. that's about it, bro.
The camps, why they have supplies left. Why you wrap up camp and
I
just
just
dip
can't
out.
see how any parents like, yeah, my son's going to fight for America. This is like, tell him not to, bro, because it ain't worth it.
I mean, like,
it ain't worth it, dog.
You know, I mean, like, when you're going and you're like, we've talked about it numerous times, when you're going across seas right now. You're fighting here, like you said.
Horrific.
You got your back.
Horrific.
You're fighting here. I got your back.
Bro.
Absolutely. Like whatever's going on over here, just like, man, we should not be over. It's simple as that. Just fuck this shit,
as
bro.
that, bro. They didn't kill no one. Let's just get out of there. Let's just call it even. Let's just get out of there.
Exactly. It is
what it is.
We've been involved here for what, over 40 years now.
Please,
For over 40 years now, we've been up in this bitch, bro. Ever since the fucking Gulf War, we've been up in this bitch ever since.
It's weird how it's kind of a play on you, though, because it's like, I think I could be a warrior if I wanted to be. I mean, I could go over there, you know, be a Eddie Gallagher.
Yeah.
You know, I think I could go stack up some medals, but it's like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But now people that, like, I feel like don't have as good attributes as me are going over there and they're getting some medals. It's just like, I put my life on the line for the country. It's like, thanks, you know. At the same time, it's not like I was not that I was like it was too big of a deal, but it's like I didn't feel the need. I didn't feel the need to go and fight. You know, like where'd you go fight? Oh, in a desert.
But yeah, and that's the thing where it's like, you know, it's like they're coming on our shores tomorrow. Sign me up. I'll fight for here. I'll fight for this fucking country. Die for it. Die for everybody here. But you tell me we're going to go over to fucking Arise? This is like, what are we doing?
It's like, if anything, you just feel like wars would be easier with Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, we could go right up there. You know, like, why are you guys always going across seas?
We're doing an awful lot. But another thing I think is really crazy is just like America's ability just to like dispatch troops like that. It's like next thing you know, 5,500 soldiers on the way to Iran. It's just like, you know, just like
it's not that many though.
Yeah, but they're probably there in like 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's pretty quick, especially coming from America. You know,
I think anyone can do that, but I get what you're saying. Maybe more. They could do more.
It's just cool to have the infrastructure to just mobilize like that.
And they'll mobilize 500 troops.
Iran's not gonna do that. Iran's not gonna do that.
Iran could do that if they want to.
They're not gonna put a, you know.
Well, they couldn't. They couldn't because they don't have a spot here. They don't have a base here.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. People don't got bases with us.
They don't got air.
No one got bases here that I know of.
No.
You know what I mean? But we got bases in all these.
You might have an embassy, but that's about it.
Why is that? That's so funny. I never thought about it. Like, why don't they have little bases here? But we have all these bases everywhere.
That's our thing, man.
That's so funny.
That's our thing, bro.
But why did anyone agree to that? You know what I mean? Like, even like if you're German, you're just like, all right, I want a base there. Maybe there is one and we don't.
Well, what's the thing? Like, you know, like I like World War I and World War II, I think set up America in a way that no one could have ever planned to happen. I mean, you know,
global.
They're the only country pretty much after World War II that wasn't pretty much fucking destroyed. And they were like,
yeah, it's true.
And we also didn't have a lot of debt. Everyone else had fucking no money. and they owed us money.
We didn't have as much debt.
So we were in a pretty big position, kind of based on what everyone else did. And we were just like, all right, well, now we're going to get funky with it.
It's crazy hearing stories about that time. You know, there was a time literally when like there was energy shortages. We've never experienced that. But like during energy shortages in like the 50s, you would get like every day, like the news and the radio would announce the first digit of a license plate. And if you were that digit, you could go get gas that day. Ain't that funny?
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's so funny, ain't it? But you had to go another day, another number get called, another. So
it's like when we also had like a huge metal shortage, or putting like the recycling posters everywhere to like turn in like all your metal goods. I remember like the cans were like they had a poster where like the cans goods were like feeding directly into like a machine gun. And they're like, we need to recycle. We need all the metals. We thank you. You know, it's like that's where the box shit started coming in.
That's funny.
And I was like,
I guess you do that in that metal's a bullet, right? Bullets a metal.
And it was and you're also making planes. You're making everything, bro.
There's so many bullets, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly bullets,
guns, all that.
You
shit,
can think about 100 of the biggest planes we have. I still don't think it equals bullet metal. It's just too many bullets, too many different styles.
And I feel like bullet metal would also have a lot of waste. It's really
it
small.
Does right away. Half of it shoots out.
Yeah, most of it,
half of it shoots out right away. It's no good.
And you're not reloading them shells. You're not reloading them shells.
No.
You can reload shells, but you're not reloading those shells.
No.
It's like you're not picking those back up and taking them home. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's like.
You ever seen one of them cartridge catchers?
Colt, what?
You know how like a gun, like if you're doing like an MP40 or something like that, bitch just pumping out the side. They got catchers for that, where like your ammo gets caught.
Oh, do they?
That's also some next level assassinated shit, bro.
Yeah.
So, because like first thing First 48 does is try and find them. The slugs that came out, the casing.
Yeah, that would lead you to a gun.
That's what I'm saying. But this bitch just catches it. Imagine if you had that, you got the silencer on that bit. You know what I mean? And then what else is a silent one?
What do you mean?
Anything else you could throw on there to keep that bitch quiet?
Keep it quiet? Probably not. I mean,
silencer would do enough, Really, all you could do, you know what I'm saying? And you got the shell catcher.
You're an assassinator.
You got the shell catcher. You're good. I'm sure else you can leave, or you have some type of like thing that can go over like the discharge, so like you don't get like gunpowder residue anywhere.
That's good, Steve.
They just like I don't know if anything like that exists, but
ideally you want a dick beat sensor.
It's like who's got fear boners? Like,
you just turn the corner, guys. Like,
now you just see the hard ass fucking dick tent. You just see him. He's hard as a bitch. You're like, found you. And he's like, you shoot his dude, you shoot his head.
I love the one line.
Keanu style.
Found you. It's like you're whistling. You're like,
yeah.
Found you.
You hear the dick beat sensor getting close to you, like, dude. And you look at yourself, you're just like, you keep getting harder and harder. You're just like,
you couldn't have a better attachment in war, could you?
A dick beat sensor?
You definitely dick beat sensor.
Heartbeat sensor. Because they're just saying women out, and you'd be like, you can't get a dick beat. I have no dick beats. They're all women. So the next thing you know, you're overran. You're relied too heavily on your dick beat sensor.
Throw a grenade in the kitchen.
The company that you left to start the dick beat sensor, they come in with the heartbeat sensor, and after your biggest failure with your dick beat sensor equipment, they capitalize on your failure, and now it even hurts more.
I heard what you meant. I meant the heartbeat, But what do you think is any attachment better?
Are you tired of your dick beat sensors failing? I had the heartbeat sensor, gender neutral heartbeat detection. It'll find kids.
And they just find a way.
Kids don't get fear boners.
They just find a way to stop heartbeats. And it's like, are you tired of the heartbeat sensor catching you?
And that's where your character arc comes full circle.
I now have a defibrillator.
And the movie ends with your success.
It will kill you. It will shock your heart and kill you, and then wake you up in 5 minutes.
You completed your character arc.
You can set the time.
That's what happened, bro.
I did, right?
You completed your own character arc.
But you can't think of a better attachment, right, in war?
Then what?
Come on, dude.
The heartbeat sensor?
Damn, yeah. What the dick beat sensor, Steve? The fuck? Why do I gotta say that? Why are you waiting for me to answer that? Wait, are you doing the dick beat sensor?
What? Which one are you particularly talking about?
It's a real thing.
I think if it's a dick beat sensor, bro, I got problems for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it's
dick beat sensors, I've already described the problems.
Exactly. You know, and you complete your own anyway. Yeah, I mean, a heartbeat sensor is great, especially in close quarters.
If you're in a building,
Oh, if you're in a building, it might be bad because like in close quarters, because then it's like you might have too many going on. Be like, oh shit, it's overwhelmed. You know.
At
What
least
I'm
you know. Then you just go backwards and you leave. If there's like 10 of them,
can we get air support?
I'm
Can we
gonna
get air support?
fuck out of
This
here.
building needs to be decked. There's
There's
10
not-
civilian hostages in there. No, it needs to be killed. It needs to be
There's
decked.
about 30 of them. Okay, so the numbers are right.
The ratio is good. I need you to take this fucking building.
On that brain game thing, they were doing a little thing. Let's end it on that. We're ending this little brain game thing for you, right? They say it's a train track, right?
Yeah.
And you're going straight, and it's gonna kill 4 people, or you can flip a switch, and it'll go over and it'll kill 1 person. What do you choose?
You gotta kill the one.
You gotta kill the 1, right?
Save
Okay,
the
let's say
4.
the 1 person is Bray.
Yeah, kill her.
You gotta
Save
kill her.
4.
Stay 4.
Save
Okay,
4.
let's say you're on a bridge, right, right above the train that's coming,
Okay.
and there's a fat man.
Yeah.
And you could push him off, and the fat man would be fat enough to stop the train before he hit the 4 people.
So I didn't have to pick either or.
You got to pick one.
Well, you gotta pick the choose. You got. Well, I mean, you gotta kill the fat guy
You're going to
Hey.
push the fat guy off
And stop the train.
and stop the train.
That's my option. That's what I gotta work with.
Or it
Or he
kills
kills
4 people.
Exactly. So I gotta push the fat guy
Why is it that you think like that?
to save the 4 people.
But now you're an official murderer.
I saved 4 people.
But you're a murderer.
I stopped the train
You
from running
killed
over
the
4
innocent
people.
fat guy. The fat guy,
He-
at least the other person was on the train track.
He did not die in vain.
He was just a random fat guy.
But it's 4 people, and he did not die in vain.
All I'm saying is
And
live.
I could not jump in front of the train to save it myself.
All I'm saying is live by the track, die by the track. Thank you everybody for tuning into the shit show.
I couldn't stop it myself. I
It was
couldn't
the
stop it.
terrorist. It was the
Yeah.
terrorist.
You tell me what y'all would do. You tell me what y'all would do. I'm just saying.
Tell us what you would do. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Keep the
You
show
have a good
going.
night. We
Love you so
appreciate it.
much. Shout out to Brett.
Brett. Oh, it was Brad.
Shout out to Brad. I'm sorry. I'm learning your name.
Shout out to Brad. We love you, man.
Shout out to all.
We just got introduced the other
Thank you,
day. Thank you
everybody,
so
for
much.
watching.
Have a good night.